Live on a Saturday night at Utah Grizzlies Hockey, as it's the last of a 3-game homestand as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting live at Maverik Center as the Utah Grizzlies go for the 3-game sweep as they take on the Rapid City Rush here on Guns and Hoses night as the extravaganza continues here with the main event of the evening as the Grizzlies take on the Rapid City Rush. There were 3 charity games played earlier today. In Game 1, the Guns got a blowout victory. I think the final score was something like 12-3. Game 2 was a 7-7 tie. And in the main event, the third charity game, it was a big victory by the Hoses. If I remember right, the Hoses got an 11-3 victory over the Guns. So the Hoses ended up winning the final game of it. And so you can essentially say that both teams went 1-1-1 with the second game being a tie. Here we got a pretty interesting matchup as the Grizzlies take on the Rush. Matchup of 2 teams that play a fun style of hockey. There were a ton of shots in last night's game. Rapid City ended up outshooting Utah 48-38, but the Grizzlies had an outstanding third period. Rapid City had a 3-2 lead late in the second period, but then the Grizzlies scored with 14 seconds left in the second, and then Utah scored 3 unanswered in the third period as Aaron Aragon, Ryan Sandlin, and Brandon Cutler each found the back of the net. It was an outstanding performance by Aaron Aragon, who had 2 goals. Ryan Sandlin also had 2 goals, and he led the Grizzlies with 8 shots. And in fact, in the 2 games that Sandlin has played in this series, he has 17 shots on goal. Grizzlies also got a good performance by the captain, Josh Wesley, who had 1 goal and 2 assists. And Trent Miner was standing in net for the second straight game. He stopped 45 of 48. Now, earlier today, Trent Miner was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. So he goes back to Colorado. The starting goaltender tonight's going to be Dante Januzzi. He'll be backed up by Will Cranley. It'll be the first time in this series we will see Januzzi, and it's also the first time for Rapid City's Matt Radomski in this series. This will be the first time Radomski has faced the Grizzlies in his pro career. So it's going to be an interesting one. The Grizzlies have had a lot of success against Rapid City as of late, as they have won 5 in a row against the Rush dating back to last season. All 5 of those games have been played here at Maverik Center. For Utah, it's important to take care of home ice, and the Grizzlies have been amazing here on home ice as they've got a record of 13-6 at Maverik Center. They've got a pretty good scoring margin as well, as they have outscored opponents 67-52 here at the friendly confines of Maverik Center. Well, looks like the crowd is filing in here. We're expected to have a sellout by the time this one's completed. And if you're in the West Valley area and you can try to make it out here, there might be some standing room only tickets available. If not, we got the game right here on Flow Sports and YouTube. Your homes for Grizzlies hockey all season long. As Grizzlies look for the sweep here on the 1-year anniversary of Brandon Cutler's extravaganza, as he had a performance for the ages 1 year ago today. And when we come back to the Grizzlies pregame report, we'll kind of remember Brandon Cutler's performance from last season. And we'll also talk about the goaltending matchup here tonight, which is 2 new goaltenders for their respective clubs. Dante Januzzi making his first appearance against the Rush all time, and Matt Radomski making his first appearance against the Grizzlies. Those are the 2 goaltenders here tonight. When we come back, we'll talk about who's been hot for the Grizzlies as of late, and we'll kind of remember that Brandon Cutler performance, which was 1 year ago to the date, where he had 4 goals and 2 assists. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. On this date, 1 year ago, Brandon Cutler had a performance that I don't think we'll ever forget. On January 27th of 2023, he had 4 goals and 2 assists against Rapid City. Utah ended up winning the game 6-3, which is the identical score that we had last night. And, of course, last night, Brandon Cutler contributed as he had 1 goal, and it was Utah's 6th goal of the night. And as he put the game in the refrigerator as Utah took a 6-3 lead, and that was the final score. Grizzlies really put together a great team effort, and the transition game was working just about as much as it has all season. The Grizzlies were really running and gunning all night long. And even though they allowed 48 shots on the other end, Trent Miner did the job, stopping 45 of 48. And if you joined us late, Miner was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles earlier today. Well, there have been a lot of great performances by the Grizzlies as of late. You think about Dylan Fitz. He had 2 assists last night. Fitz has 10 points in the month of January, 5 goals and 5 assists. Cole Gallant has really done a great job distributing the puck in the month of January. He had 2 assists last night, and he now has 10 assists in 11 games in the month of January. Oddly enough, Brett Stapley did not score a point last night, but he has been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He has a point in 12 of his last 14 games. Utah's been a good club as of late. They are 6-5 in the month of January. And think back to the 3-game sweep the Grizzlies had over the Tulsa Oilers to finish up the 2023 calendar year. The Grizzlies are 9-5 in their last 14 games. Utah's had a decent amount of success against Rapid City as of late. They won the last 3 season meetings between the clubs last year. Utah, with the 2 victories here, are 7-3-2 in their last 10 games against Rapid City. So the Grizzlies have a standing point in 9 of their last 12 games against Rapid City. Grizzlies have been outstanding here at home, and they hope to translate it to the road, where they have got a 4-game road trip. Next Tuesday, the Grizzlies will take on the Kansas City Mavericks, and then Utah will be at Tulsa on Friday and Saturday nights, and Sunday late afternoon on February 4th. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. It's the Grizzlies and the Rush coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh forever.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value. So get more and get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Grizzlies take on the Rush here in about 12 minutes from now. Utah's got a record of 17-22, but as we mentioned before, they are 9-5 in their last 14 games. Rapid City has lost 4 in a row. They've got a record of 17-21-2 this season. The Rush are 9-11-1 on the road. The starting lineups in 30 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. Starting lineup for both teams. First for the visiting Rapid City Rush. They've got a record of 17-21-2 this year. They're 9-11-1 on the road. They're led by third-year head coach Scott Burr. He's a former Grizzly. He was a teammate with Ryan Kanaswich in the 2007-08 season. Both guys had 60 points that year to tie for the Grizzlies lead. Scott Burr is a longtime Idaho stud. In fact, he has his jersey retired at Idaho Central Arena. He also spent a few years as a player with the Alaska Aces. The assistant is Peter Drykos. Starting in net is Matt Radomski. This will be his 25th appearance of the season. It's the first time, however, that he's been in this series. So it'll be the first time that Radomski has faced the Grizzlies all time. But he's been a workhorse for Rapid City. This is his 25th game. He's got a record of 10, 11, and 2 with a 3.47 goals against average and even 900 save percentage. Radomski played with two different colleges. He was at the College of the Holy Cross from 2019 through 2022. And last year, as a graduate transfer, played at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. Last year, in college at Alaska Fairbanks, he had a record of 22, 10, and 2 with a 2.05 goals against average. Radomski is 6'2" and 192 pounds. He signed an AHL contract this past October with the AHL's Calgary Wranglers. So Radomski will be the starting goaltender. We believe Connor Murphy will be the backup. Starting defensive pairing, Zach Hoffman, who had 1 assist last night. Hoffman has 1 goal and 5 assists in 39 games. He'll be wearing number 3. He is 6'3" and 209 pounds. He'll be paired up with Jared Gorley. Gorley, a big 6'2", 210-pound defenseman. It will be a 17th game this year. Gorley has 5 goals and 6 assists and a +1 rating. So watch out for Jared Gorley. He's a talented defenseman. Gorley has an AHL contract with the Calgary Wranglers. Calgary is going with 5 defensemen tonight, as Will Rydell, who scored a second period goal for the Rush. He was the one that scored Rapid City's third and final goal of the evening. Rydell was called up to the AHL's Calgary Wranglers earlier today. So Rapid City looks like they're going to go with 5 defensemen tonight, and they might have a forward acting as a defenseman this evening. The starting forward line is the same one we saw in each of the previous 2 games, and it's a pretty talented group of forwards. Logan Nelson has been Rapid City's best player here so far this weekend. He has 1 goal and 2 assists through 2 games on the weekend. He picked up his 400th and 401st professional point in last night's game. Nelson will be wearing the captaincy. He's got 36 points, 14 goals, and 22 assists in 38 games. Alex Aliardi has 1 assist in this series for the year. In 40 games, he has 13 goals and 26 assists. And Brett Gravel, who scored a goal last night. Gravel scored in the first period. It was his 12th of the season. He also has 16 assists this year in 40 games. Rapid City's had quite a few players appear in every game. This is game 41 for the Rush. Maurizio Coella has played in every game, as well as Jimmy Soper, Keanu Yamamoto, Alex Aliardi, and Blake Bennett. Those are the guys who have appeared in every game. And watch out for Bennett. He hasn't scored a goal yet in this series, but he has 16 goals on the year to lead the Rapid City Rush. And now for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies. We're led by third-year head coach Ryan Kanaswich. The assistant is Christian Horn. Colin Lee is the athletic trainer, and Jackson Hibbert is the equipment manager. This is game 40 for the Grizzlies. They have won 3 in a row, and they've been outstanding at home with a record of 13-6 here in the friendly confines. Earlier today, Trent Miner was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Appearing for the first time this series is Dante Januzzi, the former Portland Winterhawk in the WHL. Januzzi is listed at 6'1" and 190 pounds. In 19 games this year, he has a record of 7-12 with 1 shutout, which came on New Year's Eve against Tulsa, where the Grizz won 1-0. He has a 3.24 goals against average and a 901 save percentage. The backup goaltender tonight is Will Cranley, who's dressing for the first time in this series. Cranley's got an NHL entry-level contract with the St. Louis Blues. The officials come out on the ice. Tyler Haskell is the referee. Craig Peterson and Andrew Collins are the linesmen. Scratches for the Grizzlies: Cade Jensen, Michael Underwood, as well as Dean Yakura, Dakota Raby, J.C. Campagna, Cody Caron, and Jordan Stallard. Starting defensive pairing for the Grizzlies, they are going with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen. As watch out for the Flames. Grisby, he is not holding a flag. Grisby falls down. Oh boy, a bad weekend for Grisby continues. He falls down in the far circle. He didn't even bring his flag. He was concerned it was going to get pelted with flames. The Flames are coming out as the Grizzlies hit the ice, and they're Guns and Hoses specialty jerseys. And remember, go to the Nash Auction app and you can bid on the Grizzlies game-worn jerseys. Poor Grisby now has a flag that he had stationed at the penalty box as he fell down as he was entering the ice. Been a poor weekend for Grisby. And hopefully he's in good spirits, though, as his team has won each of the first 2 games of this series. Starting defensive pairing, Josh Wesley, who had 1 goal and 2 assists last night. Wesley is in there. He has 9 goals and 10 assists this year. The 9 goals are second in the league among all league defensemen. He is also third in the league among league defensemen in shots on goal. He'll be paired up with Kyle Mayhew, who had a +4 rating in last night's game. Mayhew, the All-Star, had 7 goals and 16 assists in 38 games. The other defensemen we're expected to see include Quinn Wickers and Keone Teixeira, as well as Jacob Semick and Jordan Stone. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies, Brett Stapley leads the club in assists and points. He has 25 assists and 34 points. He's got an even plus-minus rating. He'll be wearing number 7. Alex Bocage has a point in each of his 2 games as a Grizzly. He had a goal on Wednesday night, and he picked up 2 assists last night. Bocage wearing number 26. He's in the 3rd and final year of an NHL entry-level contract. Brandon Cutler, who 1 year ago today had 4 goals and 2 assists against the Rush. Cutler had 1 goal in last night's game. He leads Utah with 16 goals. He also leads the club with 55 penalty minutes. He leads the team with 140 shots on goal, and he also leads the team with 4 power play goals. So starting forwards are Stapley, Bocage, and Cutler. We will also see a lot of Ryan Sandelin, who has 17 shots on goal over his last 2 games. He also had 2 goals in last night's game. Mick Messner, wearing number 10, has 10 goals on the season. Adam Berg has been an outstanding presence in the month of January. He plays hard each and every shift. He'll be wearing number 14. Aaron Aragon had 2 goals last night. Aragon has 7 goals with the Grizzlies and 9 overall. He scored twice with the Idaho earlier in the season. Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Ironman, of course, he's going to be in there. This will be his 40th appearance of the season. He has 5 goals and 7 assists. Dylan Fitz will also be in there. Fitz had 2 assists last night. You'll also see Nathan Burke, who has 24 points in 35 games. Cole Gallant is second on the club with 30 points. He's also second on the team with 23 assists. He'll be in there for the Grizzlies wearing number 25, and that's your forwards. As the starters are going to be Stapley, Bocage, and Cutler. You also see Messner, Sandelin, as well as Fitz and Berg and Aragon. Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Ironman's out there, as well as Nathan Burke and Cole Gallant. As it's Guns and Hoses night here at Maverik Center, and we got an outstanding crowd. And when we come back, we'll have face-off here on a Saturday night. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
put together. A lot of good games, you know.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Grizzlies go for the 3-game sweep as they take on the Rapid City Rush here at Maverik Center on Guns and Hoses night. And it looks like it's an outstanding crowd as everybody's still filing in here. Hopefully everybody's able to get in safely, as obviously there's quite a bit of a line outside to get in, as the Grizzlies are wearing specialty jerseys that you can bid on the Dash Auction app right now. You can bid on those game-worn jerseys, as is the one worn by Dante Januzzi, who's getting the start in net. Januzzi wearing professional green pads. Grizzlies have quite a few colors on the jerseys, but the most important thing is that the numbers and lettering on the back are very easy to spot. Januzzi gets the start for the first time this series, as Trent Miner, if you joined us late, was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Miner is 6-5 for the Grizzlies this season. As I'll have some ceremonial puck drops here at Maverik Center, as the Rush are wearing a white jersey. It's the same jersey they've worn in each of the 3 games in this series, a white jersey with dark numbers and dark lettering in the back and red trim. They are affiliated with the Calgary Flames. Grizzlies are affiliated with the Colorado Avalanche and the Colorado Eagles. As they're still rolling out the red carpet to center ice, as we'll get underway here shortly. For the Grizzlies, you talk about Wednesday night having a 1-goal lead into the third period, leading 3-2, and then Ryan Sandelin scored an empty netter towards the end of the game as the Grizz ended up winning 4-2. Utah got a 6-3 victory last night as Aaron Aragon and Ryan Sandelin each had 2 goals, and Josh Wesley had 1 goal and 2 assists. Grizzlies got some outstanding performances in that game, and it was interesting to see the transition game. The Grizzlies turning defense into offense just like that, like a blur, and we'll see if the Grizzlies are as aggressive offensively as they were in last night's game. You know, there's going to be some adjustments made by the 2 coaches who know each other very well. Scott Burt for Rapid City and Ryan Kanasowicz on the Grizzlies side. As Ryan Kanasowicz talking with the referee for the 3rd straight game, it's Tyler Haskell. The linesmen are Craig Peterson and Andrew Collins. We haven't seen many penalty kills or power plays really on either side. There haven't been many penalties called in this series. We'll see if Tyler Haskell calls it a little bit tighter here tonight. But the Grizzlies' penalty kill has been outstanding. They are 11 for 11 over their last 3 games. They're working to get the red carpet rolled out. As Ryan Kanasowicz, you show him on Flow Sports, 3rd-year head coach. He's the all-time leader in goals, assists, and points in team history. Brett Stapley, Brandon Cutler, and Alex Bocage are the starting forwards for Utah. Starting defensive pairing is Josh Wesley and Kyle Mayhew. Logan Nelson will take the draw against Brett Stapley. Stapley, a 2nd-year pro, former draft pick of the Montreal Canadiens. Tyler Haskell, the referee, drops it at center ice. We're underway. Grizzlies in their specialty jerseys will skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. Wesley moves it ahead. Pass is incomplete. It goes deep into the rush zone. No icing though as Aliardi will move it across to Nelson. It's taken away by Bocage, who gets to Wesley, who drifts it in. Oh, big time hit. Gorley, everybody's going to go attack Gorley. Wesley's going after Gorley. Now Gorley takes his glove off and starts attacking Wesley as Gorley, I think, caught Brett Stapley napping. Now we got a fight. Gorley throws a couple rights as Wesley is in a fight with Gorley. Now Wesley pumps away with the right. As now Gorley gets a jab in. Now Wesley with the right. Gorley starts swinging with a couple rights. Gorley drags down Josh Wesley as we get a fight. 19 seconds in as Josh Wesley took offense to Jared Gorley blasting Brett Stapley in front of the rush bench. So Gorley and Wesley, the 2 big defensemen, will skate towards the penalty box. And already 19 seconds in, the Maverik Center crowd is to its feet as they love it. Both guys will get 5 minutes for fighting here early on. Looked like everybody was skating towards Gorley as the puck ended up deep in the rush zone. And play had stopped, and Josh Wesley said, I'm the captain. I'm the one taking up for my teammates. As Gorley delivered a big hit. Stapley was skating towards the bench. Gorley just blasted him as Stapley crashed towards the boards. Bocage went after him. So did Cutler. Gorley pushed Bocage, and then Wesley said, you're fighting me. As Gorley was able to get some punches in, then Wesley responded with a couple rights. Gorley did a good job with his left, holding Wesley by the shirt, and it looks like Gorley's got a pretty good reach. It looked like it was a tough task for Wesley to get his right in there and get some punches, as Gorley might have had a reach advantage. Both guys will get 5 for fighting, and Gorley gets 2 minutes for interference. So the Grizzlies are going to get a power play here, 19 seconds into the game. Both guys got 5 for fighting, but Gorley got an extra 2 minutes for interference. So the Grizzlies are on the power play this season. They are 15% on the power play. Rapid City's penalty kill is 76.8%. They're still underway. As 19 seconds in, we had a fight. Grizzlies on the power play. Mayhew gets to Stapley, right side. Stapley gets pushed by Coella. As Stapley directs it back to Mayhew in the right point. Mayhew back towards Stapley in the right side. Across towards the slot, looking for Cutler. It's taken away by Rapid City, who clears it out to center. As Mayhew moves to Bocage along the near side, make that Cutler. It's jabbed away by Rapid City. Goes back to Mayhew at neutral ice. Mayhew gets around Coella and enters the zone. Right side. Puck rolls along the boards as Dylan Fitz out there. Fitz gets the puck in the far corner. Fitz back to Stapley behind the net. Stapley gets pushed by Charles Martin. As Stapley throws it to the near side for Bocage near the wall. Bocage gets to Cutler, now to Mayhew, left point. Back to Bocage on the left side. Bocage patiently skates towards the corner. Now he gets to Fitz. Fitz towards Mayhew in the left point. Mayhew across to Stapley, right side. Stapley fires towards net. It's bounced off a stick. Rapid City gets it, and they'll carry it out. Nelson gets to his blue line and backhands it towards Januzzi, who stops it before it gets to the goal line near side. He'll get it to Mayhew. As we're halfway through the power play, Grizzlies cross center ice. Bocage with speed skates towards the right side. He'll tap it off the inboards and chase after it. Bocage gets it back and feeds it up top to Burke, who slides it to Teixeira in the high slot. Teixeira loses the puck as Rapid City crosses center ice. Jimmy Soper stops at center ice, and he'll fire it towards Januzzi. It's cut off by Teixeira about 10 feet in front of his net. About 30 seconds left in Utah's power play. We're still scoreless. Neither team's taken a shot yet. As Burke gains the line, throws to his right for Gallant. It's taken away by Aliardi. Puck flips high into the air, bounces behind Teixeira. Januzzi will gather it and get it to Teixeira as we're 2 minutes in, and we still haven't seen a shot, but we have seen a fight, which came 19 seconds in. Right wing pass. Gallant throws it in and chases after it with great speed. Gallant tried to center it. Rush took it away as they slide it towards the near side. Sandelin keeps it in. Sandelin lost it. Martin moves it ahead, but Messner kept it in. They'll throw it to Burke. Rapid City's back at full strength as James Hardy, who is representing the penalty box performer Gorley. Hardy trying to center it, to bounce off a stick, and it goes back towards Utah. As Grizzlies towards their bench, Gallant gets hit. Grizzlies make a change as Gallant pushes ahead. Rapid City gathers it. Right side, Martin will whip it around the boards as Tyler Penner chases after it. Adam Berg lets it go to center ice. Rapid City will gather it as they'll backpedal into their own zone. Zach Hoffman will move it across. Now it goes towards Boyko. It gets to center ice. Boyko will backhand it in. Rapid City's down to 4 defensemen. They're dressing just 5 tonight. And with Gorley in the penalty box, they've just working 4 defensemen right now. Pass ahead towards Aragon. He couldn't get it as it ended up waist high. And we get a whistle. 16:55 left in the first. And there's still no score. Neither team's taking a shot. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first. I'm not sure. I think Adam Berg is going to get Utah's first goal here tonight. As a fan still filing in here, we got a great crowd here, and it looks like it's going to get even better as this first period progresses. As a draw one by the Grizzlies, Sandelin will throw it across. Grizzlies on the near side, skating from right to left. Aragon gets it across to Semick, back to Aragon. Angle left. Aragon lost it as Riley Janelle gets spun around to his blue line and loses the puck. Berg to the far side, gets pushed by Nick Parody. And now it goes to the near corner as Rapid City's Hoffman will move it out to center ice. It's taken by Wickers, who right wings it to Berg, who taps it in. As Berg will get off the ice, Grizzlies make a full line change. 3.5 minutes in, still no score. Rush gets to the near side for Parody, who outlets it towards Simon Boyko. It taps off his stick. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Stone chasing after it. He gets hit by Janelle. As Cutler gets hit by Soper, left side, lefty shot goes wide. Martin keeps it in the right point as the puck glided along the near boards. Martin feeds it around. Soper behind the net, tried to kick it out in front. It bounced off the side of the net as Cutler moves it ahead. As Stapley gets it towards Bocage, who overskated it. Now the Rush get it back in their own zone, skating from left to right. Yamamoto had a good game last night, tosses off the far wing boards to Tyson Helgeson, who's a physical player. He'll get it across to Martin. As diagonal pass left will glance off of Yamamoto's stick and goes back to Utah. Wickers angles to his right. It bounced off of Berg's stick. I make that Burke. Burke gets blasted by Tyson Helgeson. Helgeson delivers a lot of hits on a regular basis. He's a very physical player. Helgeson lets it go. Burke can set up top to Teixeira. Right point. Tex will roll it back towards Gallant, who brushes it to the near side. Sandlin skates over there. He gets it up top to Wickers. He'll take a lefty shot that's blocked as Coella will clear it out. Wickers plays it with a high stick. It's touched up by Sandlin as the whistle blows with 15-17 left in the first. We still haven't had an official shot on goal according to the scoreboard here at Maverik Center. It's interesting considering last night, Rapid City had 48 shots and the Grizzlies had 38. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone near side. Alex Aliardi out there with Logan Nelson and Brett Gravel. Tyler Penner will take the draw. He's out there with Fitz and Aragon. Teixeira and Wickers. Last of a 3-game series, third of 9 season meetings between the clubs. Rush will be back at Maverik Center for a 3-game set in early March. Backhand shot saved by Januzzi as Rapid City had won the faceoff, and the shot was fired by Brett Gravel, who scored a goal last night. Gravel, 2 years ago, was outstanding for the Rush. Gravel, in the 2021-22 season, had 27 goals in 67 games. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Faceoffs in the near side. Linesman Andrew Collins will skate towards the blue line, far side near the Grizzlies bench. Craig Peterson will drop the puck along the near side. It's won by Penner and the Grizzlies. Aragon over in the near corner will tap it off the end wall. Nelson chases after it far side. He fires a righty shot. And a stick save by Januzzi. Rebound goes back to the far side. Dylan Fitz gets it. Rush back defensively as Fitz will feed it across. It bounced off of Aragon's skate. Penner at center ice will hit it off of Aliardi. It stays in play. Wickers chases after it and gets it in the near corner. Wickers played the last 2 years with Rapid City. He'll throw it across to Teixeira. Teixeira back to Wickers, who gets the bouncing puck. Teixeira saucers it out to center ice to Aragon, who gets a piece of it as it flies into the rush zone. Behind the net, Matt Radomski will get it towards Zach Hoffman. As Rapid City's taken 2 shots, Grizzlies have yet to fire away on Matt Radomski, who's in there for the first time for Rapid City in net. As Grizzlies will direct it towards Sandlin. It goes past him. Grizzlies enter. Sandlin trying to feed it to Messner. Rapid City will clear it back to center. Semick over towards Mayhew. Back to Semick, who lets it go to Sandlin. Sandlin veers to his right and gets it to Mayhew on the left side. Mayhew crosses the red. Now he crosses the blue. Trying to skate towards the corner. He got hit by Martin. As Sandlin also got hit as Rapid City back in their own end gets it to Charles Martin, who's wearing number 47. Martin moves out to center ice. It tapped off a Soper stick, and it flies into the Grizzly zone as it skips off the ice. Now off the end boards, Messner tosses ahead. Parody, left point, lefty shot. Gets redirected by a stick, and it goes out of play. 13:52 left in the first. As Grizzlies have yet to take a shot. Josh Wesley coming out of the penalty box after serving as fighting major. Looks like Jared Gorley is still in there for Rapid City. 13:52 left in the first period. Still no score. Timeout on the ice. Rapid City's outshot Utah 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. From huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
No score, 13:52 left in the first period. Both teams put together an outstanding effort last night. You can almost sense a little bit of fatigue here in the third game in 4 days between both clubs, as the pace hasn't been quite what it was last night. Rush won the draw, left point. They fired around the boards. Maurizio Coella, right side, gets up top to Zach Hoffman. Right side, righty shot is blocked away as Yamamoto centers it. Kicks off of Januzzi's pads and goes to the left point. Parody throws to the corner. Coella gets pushed by Stapley as Coella tries to break free. Teixeira in the area as Bennett backhands it towards the left point. Utah takes it away. Bokaj skates towards the right side. Fires a shot. It goes wide as he went stick side on Radomski and just missed on the blast, and he had a ton of velocity on it. Yamamoto throws to the left side. Bouncing puck Coella near the Grizzlies bench. And Bokaj took it away. Bokaj glides towards his left over to Stapley. Stapley along the near boards. Will skate and get it to Bokaj, who gets held up by Yamamoto. Now Stapley gets to Bokaj down the middle. Righty shot. Saved by Radomski. As Bokaj just kind of fired it about chest high, and Radomski gathered it without a rebound. And that's the first shot taken by the Grizzlies officially here tonight. As Bokaj and Stapley put together a pretty good shift along with Brandon Cutler, as Rapid City has outshot Utah 2-1 here, as there's 12:59 left in the first. Draws giving the near side. Sandelin's out there taking the draw, I think, is Cole Gallant, with Logan Nelson, the Rapid City captain, doing the honors. As linesman hasn't dropped the puck here. Andrew Collins. Both guys crouched down. Draw goes towards the near corner, taken by Rapid City's Tyson Helgeson feeds it across. Rush will backhand it off the far glass. The puck bounces to center ice. Grizzlies throw it around. Radomski cuts it off. Radomski was an outstanding goaltender at Alaska Fairbanks last season. In his senior year, as Nelson clears it back to center, Grizzlies will re-enter. Gallant skates down the middle. He gets challenged by Tyson Helgeson. Rush will backhand it deep into the Grizzlies zone as the puck wobbles on its side like a spinning top. Wesley gets it, and he skates around Januzzi's net towards the far side. He moves it ahead. Sandlin couldn't handle the hot pass. Nelson rolls it along the wall. Near corner, Grizzlies brush it ahead. And now it goes back to the corner. 2-on-2 battle as Martin over there hacking away with Mayhew. Nelson feeds it across. Tyson Helgeson left point. Gets it across off the boards for Martin, who brushes it to the corner. Nelson will throw it towards the net. It's taken away by Mayhew, who outlets it to Nathan Burke. Burke ahead to Gallant, back to Burke, who skates in left circle, lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. And he gathers it about chest high. And after the whistle, some pushing and shoving. As Alex Haliardi getting after it with a Grizzly. Looked like Utah got the first push in. As Sandlin over there. Play getting physical here early on, and the Maverik Center crowd enjoys it. Haliardi, though, is going to get escorted to the penalty box, and so is Keone Teixeira. I imagine it's going to be, well, Teixeira was initially skating towards the penalty box. Now he's skating to the bench. So going to the box is Haliardi. As Kyle Mayfield, Grizzlies fan, reels Haliardi into the box. Problem, though, Ryan Sandlin's going in for Utah as well. So we'll skate 4-on-4. We've had a couple of 4-on-4 situations here this weekend. As Utah in their specialty jerseys, you can go to the Dash Auction app and bid on those specialty jerseys. I'd almost want to get an Alex Bokaj jersey, the former third-round pick of the Colorado Avalanche back in 2019. He is a highly skilled player. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 as the referee went and talked with both head coaches. Both guys get matching roughing minors. Rapid City's Alex Haliardi and Utah's Ryan Sandlin. Grizzlies will be in Kansas City this upcoming Tuesday to begin a 4-game road trip. Both teams have taken 2 shots here, 8 minutes in. As the pace has been a little bit slower than last night's game as both coaches play the chess match. Stapley will take the draw against Jimmy Soper. Soper, a former Tulsa Oiler, played a few good games against Utah as a member of the Oilers. Grizzlies won the draw. Bokaj skates towards his righty shot. Stick save by Radomski, and Radomski lost his stick. As the Rush will carry it out of the zone, Radomski will gather a stick as Boyko over to Soper, left side shot. Gets redirected by Wickers and flies out of play off the protective netting. As Bokaj, the shot had so much steam on it, it bounced off of Radomski's stick, and Radomski's stick just kind of trickled past him. It's almost like in that movie, Mighty Ducks, Fulton Reed. Well, Bokaj has a Fulton Reed type of shot. They're skating 4-on-4 for the next minute and 46 seconds. As Grizzlies are up to 3 shots, and I think 2 of them are Bokaj's. Jared Gorley talking things over with Yamamoto as both teams have 2 forwards and 2 defensemen on the ice. Fans are still filing in here. Looks like the upper deck is pretty close to full. Rush won the draw. Gorley, right side, fires towards the net, and it's blocked away by Teixeira, who skates towards the end boards. He gets hit by Soper as Bocage gets it in the near corner. Bocage gets pushed by Soper, but he keeps his feet. Bocage loses his balance. No penalty. Soper to the right side, skates in. Lefty shot is blocked away by Januzzi as Yamamoto gets hit by Bocage. Puck goes to Gorley on the right side. He'll skate towards his left. He'll fire. Lefty shot gets redirected and goes wide as I think it bounced about 5 feet in front of Januzzi. Teixeira stops behind Januzzi, and he'll sail it towards the near side. Wickers across towards Stapley. He couldn't handle it. Yamamoto gathers it. He gets up top as the rush will brush it from one point to the other. It's taken by Utah as Stapley will carry it across the red line. Now Stapley steps over the blue line looking for Bocage. Martin will tip it back to the far side. It goes back towards Rapid City as Martin will brush it to his right as Tyson Helgeson will drag it out to center ice. 3-on-3. Helgeson steps over the line. He tried to center it out in front towards Koella, who couldn't get it. Koella gets it off the wall. He gets blasted by Dylan Fitz. Wesley over to the left side for Mayhew across the center ice. Mayhew steps over the line and skates towards his right. He'll chip it to Cutler on the right side. Lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. Cutler behind the net. He'll skate towards the near side. Now he stops in the corner, reverses himself. Now he reverses back towards the corner and skates towards the point. As Cutler being shadowed by Tyson Helgeson. Now Cutler back to the right side. He bounced it off of Yamamoto, who took the puck away. Cutler takes it away from him at neutral ice, and Cutler throws it back in. Radomski cuts it off. Grizzlies will change up skaters. About 10 seconds left in the 4-on-4 as Martin races across center ice. Far side, he steps over the line. Now he drops it off. Lefty shot is blocked away by a Grizzly stick and flies out of play. As we've seen a few redirections, both teams have been on point defensively here in the first half of the first period. As a fan comes away with a souvenir in about row 5. Sitting next to somebody in a Vegas Golden Knights jersey. 3 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then Sandel will come out of the box for Utah. And Alex Aliardi, who won a Kelly Cup with Florida back in 2022. Oh, you know what? Bad break for the Grizzlies. Wickers has a glance off his stick, and they're going to call delay of game. I don't know. If you get it redirected by your stick, I mean, I don't know about that call. I mean, if you're talking about blocking the shot with your stick and having it fly out of play, Wickers gets a penalty. I think it's delay of game, which I'm not sure is. Yeah, it is delay of game. I'm not sure that's the right interpretation of that rule, though. Unless they say that Wickers had enough of a control of the puck to where he was able to intentionally redirect it out of play. I'm not sure about that one. I'd like to see a replay. I don't know. That's a tough interpretation of a delay of game. But they do call it on Quinn Wickers. 4-on-3 power play for 3 seconds, and after that, it'll be 5-on-4. Grizzlies win the face-off, and Mayhew clears it out. Now Sandelin comes out as well as Aliardi, and it's a 5-on-4 power play for Rapid City for just about 2 minutes. As Logan Nelson skates down the middle, he's still in his own zone. Nelson directs it to the near side for Yamamoto across the center ice. He steps over the line. Utah takes it away, and they clear it out. Rapid City had a shorthanded goal last night. Grizzlies have 5 shorthanded goals this season. As Grizzlies back defensively, Logan Nelson crosses center ice with the puck. He'll direct it back towards Yamamoto, who feeds it to his left. Rush under the zone. They get it across off the wall to Aliardi, who's sporting a sweet beard. He'll get to the near side as Yamamoto back towards Nelson. Back to Yamamoto. Right side skates towards the circle. Starting pass. Shot to score. Yamamoto found Alex Aliardi out in front. And Aliardi gets his 14th of the year. It's a power play goal, and I really am not sure if that was the correct interpretation of a delay of game penalty. The Wickers, who had a word for Tyler Haskell as he was skating out of the box. Rush lead 1-0 as both teams are at 4 shots on goal. So John's going to be at center ice. Yamamoto with a great pass out in front to Aliardi. Logan Nelson's also going to get an assist. So Nelson and Yamamoto with the assist on Aliardi's goal. Time of goal 10:43 into the first period. Rush won the draw. They skate from left to right as we see it from section 114. Puck goes out towards Quinn Wickers, and he gets the Teixeira, moves to the center ice for Penner. Penner steps over the line left side, and he fires it towards the end wall as Penner got cut off by Hoffman. Gorley back to Hoffman, who directs it ahead. Bouncing puck is skipped towards Wickers. Near side, He moves it ahead. Puck still at neutralized. Grizzlies get it to Fitz, back to Wickers, who's at the Utah blue line. They'll slide it across the Teixeira. Moves it to the right side for Penner. It tapped off a stick. Now goes to Fitz. Slot neutralized. So fire it in as it ricochets off the boards. Grizzlies make a full line change. 8:36 and counting left in the first as Mayhew will brush it back into the rush zone. It's taken by Hoffman. It gets across to Gorley, back to Hoffman. 5 defensemen for Rapid City. They'll have to play a ton of minutes. Up ahead to Boyko. It tapped off his stick and it goes deep into the Grizzlies zone behind the net. Wesley gets hit by Soper. Utah will start the attack as Mayhew will drag it out to center ice. Mayhew, right wing pass to Stapley. Stapley back towards Bocage. Bocage looking for a shot. He got held up by Alex Saliardi. As Stapley back to Bocage, right side. He'll get it up top to Cutler, left side. Slap shot. A stick save by Radomski. As Bennett has a brush off his stick. Stapley gets double teamed and feeds it towards the left point. Nobody was home. Puck goes to neutralize where Wesley gathers it. Wesley skates towards the Grizzlies bench. Now skate up ice. He crosses the red line and he fires it in. Grizzlies get 2 new defensemen on the ice, Wickers and Teixeira. Puck rushes out towards Yamamoto, who feeds it behind his back, taken away by Burke, who crosses center ice. Burke will fire it to the near corner as he tries to split Helgeson and Martin. As Helgeson took away Burke, as he pushed him down. Rush have it behind their net. Martin ahead to Yamamoto as the main assist on the only goal so far. It lifted out the center. It's taken by Burke. As Burke skates towards the near corner, he looks to center it, and it's gobbled by Radomski. As Burke either fired a sharp-angled shot or he was looking for Galan out in front, and Radomski was able to make a glove save. 7:21 is left in the first period. Alex Aliardi scored 10:43 in with Yamamoto and Logan Nelson getting the assists. It was a power play goal, but how Rapid City got the power play is one where we're going to need to see a replay to figure out, did Wickers have enough control of the puck to where he knew that he was going to sell it out of play in his own zone? It's one of those I think could have gone either way, and I think the Grizzlies caught a bad break there. Face-offs in the near circle. Burke will take it as the fans still filing in here. As Quinn Wickers left side after Utah won the draw, will get it ahead. Now slot, puck exits the zone. Logan Nelson gets it across the center ice. Right wing pass, deflects off a stick and flies into section 114, about 7 rows deep. Hope everybody's okay as that puck was redirected by Wicker's stick. Don't want to be sarcastic, but is that delay of game? I think he was in his own zone. Fan on an end seat comes away with a souvenir puck about row 9. Faceoff's going to be in the near circle of the Grizzly zone. Utah's taken 5 shots. Rapid City has 4. Gallant will take the draw against Logan Nelson. Rapid City has used this top forward line quite a bit here so far. Rush won the draw. Aliardi over towards Hoffman, back towards Aliardi. It kicks off his skate. Gravel fires towards the net. It goes wide as Burke was in the area. Aliardi gets up top, but Nick Parody couldn't get the bouncing puck. Sandelin chases after it far side. Hoffman skates around his net. Drops it off the end boards for Parody. Nick Parody skates up ice and gets to Aliardi and brushes it to Gravel, who steps over the line. Gravel skates towards the far corner, being shadowed by Stone. As Penner and Stone deliver a hit, as Rapid City will tap it off a stick. It goes to Martin in the right point. He fires a righty shot, and it's blocked away by Semick. As Penner will tap it off the near boards. Martin gets it back at neutral ice. He tried to fire it back in. It hits off a Penner. Aragon will slice it in as the puck rolls along the boards. Radomski feeds it to the far side. It goes to Brett Gravel. 3-on-3. Gravel taps off the near boards to Aliardi, who steps over the line, gets to Martin, but he couldn't get it. As Penner will brush it ahead towards Aragon. He gets cut off by Aliardi. Rush have the puck wobble towards their zone. Now the outlet to the right side for Gravel. He steps over the line. Gravel, right side, takes a shot. That's blocked by Semick's stick. Puck towards the far corner. Berg gets hit. Messner over there. And Berg comes out with the puck. Berg races to neutralize. He crosses center. He'll chip it to the far corner. Berg gets around Helgeson. He gets hit by Hoffman. Helgeson in the area. Messner delivers a push. Rapid City comes out of the pile with the puck. As crossing center ice is Brandon Yeamans. Crosses center and he'll loft it in. As behind the net, Jimmy Soper overskates it. As Rush get it up top. Helgeson, left point, shot is blocked away. Hoffman was slamming a stick on the ice, wanting the puck. Helgeson will lift it in as Hoffman will skate towards the bench. Hoffman wanted the puck and never got it. He'll probably let Helgeson know about it. Berg crosses center ice, right wing pass, connects towards Bocage. He avoids a check. Bocage will backhand it towards the left point. Wickers hustles after it, but Wickers overskates it. Koala battles with Wickers along the near side. It goes back to Rapid City. as Gorley will direct it across. Parody will move it out to center ice. It bounced off a Hardy stick and it goes into the Grizzlies zone where Teixeira has it. About 5 minutes left in the first period. Rush lead 1-0. Stapley will backhand it towards Bocage, who steps over the line. Bocage stops in the point, loses the puck as the puck lifts towards the line. And it goes back. Grizzlies still in the attack zone. Bocage slot righty shot. Saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Parody, who slices it along the far boards. Teixeira keeps it in. He gets to Cutler. Right side, Bocage gets to the dot. He'll take a shot. Saved by Radomski. Rebound goes back to Utah. Teixeira rolls it along the end boards. Puck goes to Rapid City as Gorley moves ahead to Yamamoto. As Yamamoto will carry it across to neutral ice. He'll cross the center red line. Veer off to the left near the Grizzlies bench. Now he steps over the line. He gets it across towards Bennett. One-timer goes wide as it tapped off the end glass and glides towards the far side. As Burke gets back checked. As Coelho lost his stick. And the Rush dump it back in. Wickers back along the near side. And so race to center ice. He gets to the red line and fires it towards the right corner as the puck skips on the ice. As Gallant drifts it towards the near side. Rapid City, Aliardi in the area. Now left side, Sandelin shot. Saved by Radomski, and he holds on. As the puck just kind of drifted towards the left circle, Sandelin had a good look, but Radomski was able to make the save. Grizzlies have outshot the Rush 8-4, but it's Rapid City that scored on the power play, 10:43 in. It's Rapid City 1, Utah 0. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first period. Rapid City leads 1-0. Traw's going to be the near side. Is everybody doing the YMCA here at Maverik Center? Looks like it's a sellout crowd, maybe a little bit of standing room only here. As draw on the near side's won by Rapid City. As they'll lift it towards Burke, who keeps it in, but it bounced towards Logan Nelson for Rapid City as the rush skate from left to right. They cross center ice, and they'll loft it towards Januzzi, who gets it on 2 skips of the ice. And he'll get it towards Wesley, who throws it behind his back to Mayhew. He slides to the left side. Rapid City gets it. Helgeson centers to Gravel. Lefty shot. It's blocked away by Wesley. Stick it stays in play behind Utah's net. Nelson skates towards the far side. Fires towards the net. Mayhew blocks it. As Aliardi, left point, gets pushed. Aliardi keeps the line. Grizzlies take it away from him. As Burke will bounce off the near boards. Helgeson hits Burke. As puck goes back to Burke, who's in the Grizzlies zone. As he'll direct it towards Gallant. Cole Gallant near the Grizzlies bench flies to center ice, and he'll sail it towards the left corner. Rush will bank it off the boards as Wickers will fire it towards the right side. It hits kind of a strange spot and glides towards the slot where it's taken back by Rapid City as Martin clears it to center. Wickers trying to get to Fitz. It's taken away by Rapid City's Boyko, who centers it out towards Januzzi. Grizzlies ice it as Teixeira was looking for somebody at neutral ice, and the pass went incomplete. So 2:51 left in the first. Draw's going to come back towards Dante Januzzi. Grizzlies have had a lot of Ironmen here this season. There are 4 players who have appeared in every game this year, and that includes Brandon Cutler, Cole Gallant, Mick Messner, and Tyler Penner. Draws on the far side. 2:51 left in the first. Rush lead 1-0. Grizzlies win the draw. Teixeira sails it out to center where it's regathered by the Rush. Gorley lifts it to center ice. Dropped by Penner. It goes back to Wickers. Over to Teixeira, back to Wickers, the former Rush skater. He'll direct it towards the near boards for Aragon, who throws it in. Aragon, they say, didn't get a piece of it, so icing is on Utah with 2:34 left in the first. But I think with as much effort and energy that was placed in last night's game, there might be a little bit of fatigue, almost similar to what you would see in a third game in 3 days. There's a lot of hands on knees on both teams here late in the first period. A lot of sticks on knees. A lot of guys trying to catch their breath. Unlike what you would normally see when teams have had days off. As a draw, won by Penner and the Grizzlies against Soper. As Teixeira in the far corner gets hit by Soper. Grizzlies moving out to Fitz near the Grizzlies bench. Fitz gets it taken away by Boyko. Now Fitz gets it back. He steps over the line but loses the puck. Rapid City will aggressively get to center ice. Soper will lift it in. He chases after it. Soper collides with Wickers. Soper playing a physical first period. Wickers drags down Soper. Right side, Hoffman gets across to Gorley. He fires towards the net. It goes wide. As Boyko skates towards the right corner and gets it before Teixeira. Boyko centers it. It bounced off a Wickers skate and goes to Teixeira. Now Fitz will lift it to center ice. Puck skips towards the Rapid City line. Utah makes a full line change with less than 2 minutes left in the first. Gorley gets to neutral ice. He'll fake it to his right. Now sell it around the wall. Januzzi lets it go to the right side. As Mayhew will brush it ahead as the puck glides along the near wing boards towards the rush zone. Charles Martin gathers it and feeds it across the center ice off the far wing. As rush across center ice, they'll bounce it off a Grizzly skater as Adam Berg gets it. They'll feed it to Mayhew. Mayhew back in his own corner. Will toss it from one corner to the other for Wesley. Far side, ahead to Messner. Messner gets back checked out to center ice. Messner keeps it, throws it ahead, but the Rush pick it off at their blue line. Right wing pass bounces off the chest to Coella, who chases after it. Coella over to Mayhew. Mayhew looking to blast Coella, but got more boards than Coella. As Berg gets dragged to the ice right in front of the referee, and there was no call. As Berg in the near side will brush it towards Mayhew. Mayhew, the Denver product. First full season as a pro, gets to Messner, who skates down the middle. He steps over the line. Now over to the right side. Righty shot goes wide. Shot was taken by Sandlin. Rapid City moves the left wing pass to center ice. Bennett skates in, and he'll fire it to the near corner. As a puck taken back by Utah's Quinn Wickers, who's played a ton of minutes here in the first period. Wickers over to Teixeira, near side. Tex gets it across to Stapley, who skates towards his left. Stapley crossed the red line. Now he crossed the blue. Stapley gets taken off the puck by Zach Hoffman. As puck goes back to the far side. Gorley sails it across towards Aliardi. As Teixeira was nearby, and the linesman says Aliardi or Teixeira didn't get a piece of it. As icing is on the rush with 26 seconds left in the first period. Not many shots here in the first, just 8 for the Grizzlies and 4 for Rapid City. As neither team is able to get that stretch passing game going. Draws giving the far circle. Seen so many incomplete passes. I thought the Chicago Bears were playing. Stapley will take the draw against Nelson. As puck goes to Rapid City, Brett Gravel will carry it out to center ice. Gravel 1-on-3 gets pushed by Teixeira and taken off the puck as it goes back to Cutler. He's in the far corner, across to Wickers, who gets the neutral ice. He crossed the red line, tried to dump it in. It bounced off Aliardi, stick back towards Wickers. It goes past him. Gravel chasing after it. Less than 10 seconds left in the period. Tex will bounce it off the lineman. Now the Grizzlies cross center. Stapley gets pushed. Bokaj high slot over to Stapley. He'll skate in. He'll take a shot. Saved by Radomski at the buzzer. And now we got some real pushing and shoving as it's over in the near corner of the rush zone. And the fans obviously enjoying the physical stuff. As it looks like Logan Nelson going after Alex Bokaj. But you can almost sense the frustration of Rapid City having lost 4 in a row. And the Rush wanting to set a physical tone here. As Nelson's giving Bokaj a riot act. Nelson looks like he's very heated. The linesmen are between Bokaj and Nelson. As I think you're just waiting for Nelson to cool off. As both teams will cease and desist and head to their respective locker rooms. As the fans have enjoyed the physical stuff, Josh Wesley got in a fight with Jared Gorley 19 seconds into the game. The Rush ended up getting a power play halfway through the first period on what I thought was an interesting interpretation of delay of game. You know, it looked like it bounced off a Wickers stick and out of play, which, yeah, by nature would be delay of game, but did Wickers have enough control of it to where you can consider him directly getting it out of play in sort of somewhat of an intentional motion? Did he have the puck long enough on his stick for it to really be considered delay of game? It's hard to really say. Either way, the penalty was called, and Rapid City ended up scoring on the power play, and right now that's the difference in the game as Alex Aliardi scored 10:43 in. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. Once again, after one period, it's Rapid City 1 and Utah 0. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. Rapid City leads 1-0, but the Grizzlies look like they're going to be on the power play to start the second period. Logan Nelson got a roughing minor exactly 20 minutes into the first period. So the Grizzlies look like they're going to start the second period on the power play. It will be their second power play of the game. Rapid City's 1 for 1 on the power play. Utah's 0 for 1, and right now that's the difference in the game. And I think if you're a Grizzlies fan, you're looking at the interpretation of delay of game there and probably aren't thrilled with it. But like we said, maybe it's one of those where we'll see a replay and we'll see that Wickers maybe had enough of a piece of the puck to where it turned out to be a good call. It's hard to really say. The only goal, Aliardi on that power play is Wickers got 2 minutes for delay of game, 9:58 in, and 45 seconds into the power play is when Aliardi scored. It was really a good two-pass sequence for Rapid City. Nelson was in the high slot. He got to the right side for Yamamoto, and then Yamamoto found a wide-open Aliardi in front of the net. Aliardi got his 14th of the year. Yamamoto has been one of Rapid City's best forwards in this series. He gets his 14th assist of the season. And Logan Nelson now has a point in all 3 games in this series. He gets his 23rd assist, and Nelson got his 402nd professional point. So Rapid City's 1 for 1 on the power play. Utah 0 for 1. Very few shots in the first period on either side, which is surprising to see. Grizzlies 9 shots to Rapid City 4. The Grizzlies' last shot came right at the buzzer that was taken by Brett Stapley from the left side. As they're going up against what I think is a good goaltender in Matt Radomski. It's surprising, unless Radomski's been hurt, it's surprising that it's taken the third game of this series for Radomski to appear in a game. He's been Rapid City's workhorse. Coming into this series, Radomski had played in 6 straight games. So I don't know if Scott Burt thought that there was a little bit of fatigue there to Radomski and he wanted to give him a couple days off. But Radomski's looks sharp so far. He's stopped all 9 he has seen. Radomski's got an even .900 save percentage on the season. And Radomski, like Connor Murphy, who started the first 2 games of this set for Rapid City, both guys have AHL contracts with the Calgary Wranglers. So of the 9 shots that Utah's had, Alex Bocage has 4 of them. Brandon Cutler has 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Stapley, Sandelin, and Nathan Burke. 4 of the 9 shots for the Grizzlies were considered to be scoring chances by the off-ice officials. For Rapid City, they had 4 shots in the first period. 2 of them considered scoring chances. Obviously, Alex Aliardi's 1 shot found the back of the net. Jimmy Soper, Brett Gravel, and Logan Nelson also had 1 shot in the first period. So, looks like Grizzlies will be on the power play to start the second frame, and we'll see if the Grizzlies can take advantage of it. As Utah looking to tie it up, Rapid City with a 1-0 lead after 1 period. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll go over some scores from around the world of sports. Once again, after 20 minutes of play, it's Rapid City 1 and Utah 0.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for every.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. First intermission. They got a pie eating contest going out at center ice. I don't know, is it really the person that eats the most pie? I always thought the winner of a pie eating contest is who makes the biggest mess. To me, that's always the winner. Regardless of how much food they actually end up consuming, whoever makes the biggest mess, in my estimation, is who should win the pie eating contest. In fact, on YouTube, let's see if we can turn that camera around and see if we can show you a little bit of that pie eating contest that's going on at Maverik Center. Other games across the league here on this Guns and Hoses Saturday night. Through two periods, Tulsa leads Idaho 3-2. That game played at BOK Center. As the Grizzlies will be in Tulsa next weekend, this upcoming Friday and Saturday night and Sunday afternoon, which is February 4th. As the pie eating contest has gotten underway, Cam McGuire does travel with his team, so he doesn't have to battle the bad feed that you normally get in Tulsa. Late third period, Fort Wayne leads Cincinnati 2-0. That game with 2.5 minutes left in the third. Kalamazoo defeats Toledo. That game just went final 5-1. So Kalamazoo gets a road victory at Toledo 5-1. Norfolk over Worcester 6-2. That game has gone final. In overtime, Kansas City defeats Allen 5-4. So the Americans get a standing point, but Kansas City gets the win. It ended in a shootout. David Cotton turned out to be the game winner for Rapid City. He had one goal in regulation, and he also scored the game winner in a shootout. Kansas City 5, Allen 4. Wheeling defeats Reading 8-2. Wheeling's going to be in town for a big 3-game series in February. Former Grizzly forward Jordan Martell had one goal, but had one assist. He didn't score a goal of the 8 that Wheeling had here tonight. Atlanta over Orlando 6-4. Iowa defeats Indy 7-3. Greenville is a 1-0 winner over Florida. Last night was really a thriller between Greenville and Florida as the Swamp Rabbits ended up scoring the tying goal with 3 seconds left in regulation, and the Swamp Rabbits ended up winning in the shootout. Final score tonight, Greenville 1. The two-time defending champion Florida Everblades 0. In OT, Trois Rivières defeats Adirondack 2-1. Jacksonville over Savannah 6-2. South Carolina throttles Wichita 5-1. And it was also a 5-1 final as Newfoundland defeated Maine by the score of 5-1. When we come back, we'll give you some NHL and NBA scores. Once again, after one period, Rapid City leads Utah 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. From huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. Rapid City leads 1-0 as Alex Aliardi scored a power play goal, 10:43 in. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to be on the power play for the first 2 minutes of the second period as Logan Nelson got a roughing minor after the first period buzzer sounded. In the NHL, it's a busy night. Quite a few games have gone final. Maple Leafs defeat the Jets 4-2. Lightning over the Devils 6-3. Penguins get a 3-2 overtime win over Montreal. Rangers defeat Ottawa 7-2. That game played on NHL Network. Hurricanes defeat the Coyotes 3-1. Buffalo over San Jose 5-2. Edmonton's long winning streak continues. They defeat Nashville 4-1 as Edmonton wins their 16th straight game, which moves them within one of tying the NHL record. Connor McDavid had 1 goal and 3 assists. Leon Draisaitl had 1 goal and 2 assists. And former Wichita Thunder goaltender, that's right, Stuart Skinner, played in this league. The Grizzlies actually had a lot of success against Skinner when he was with Wichita, but he gets the victory for Edmonton. He stopped 28 of 29. So Edmonton wins their 16th in a row, 4-1 the final. Also, games that have gone final. Dallas in overtime defeats Washington 5-4. Boston over Philadelphia 6-2. Games in progress. First intermission. Minnesota leads Anaheim 2-1. Early third period. Detroit has a 3-2 lead over Vegas. Late third period. Florida leads the New York Islanders 2-1. And it looks like a game that just went final. I think we mentioned it before. Carolina defeats Arizona 3-1. Later on tonight, getting underway in a handful of minutes, Chicago and their 14-33-2 record are at Calgary. The Flames are 21-22-5. Calgary is the NHL affiliate of the Rapid City Rush. Columbus is at Vancouver. That game getting underway in a few minutes. Looks like the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are off tonight. The Utah Jazz had a 35-point lead at halftime, 82-47. And looks like Charlotte put together a good second half comeback attempt, but the Jazz held on and defeated the Charlotte Hornets on the road 134-122. When we come back, we'll have second period action as Rapid City leads Utah 1-0. The Grizz did outshoot the Rush 9-4, and Utah ended up doubling Rapid City in scoring chances by a 4-2 margin. Utah had a 10-7 face-off edge in the first period. Utah had 7 hits to Rapid City's 4 in the first period, and Utah had 4 giveaways, and the Rush had 3. We'll come back and have the second period as Utah will start the frame on the power play as Rapid City leads 1-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
From Commercial to Recreational Truck Accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. It's the traditional guns and hoses game here at Maverik Center. And Rapid City leads 1-0. But remember, the Grizzlies will start the second period on the power play. What can you say? This is usually the biggest crowd all season long, and this one doesn't disappoint. Tonight, it looks like we got pretty close to a sellout. I'm pretty sure it is a sellout. I think there might be standing room tickets, and that's just how many people are in the building. There were 3 charity games played earlier today. The first game, I believe, was won by the Guns team. I think it was either 11-3 or 12-3, the final there. The score of the second charity game was a 7-7 tie. I'm an American. I don't like ties one bit, and I was hoping they would have had overtime to settle it. The third game was all hoses. They ended up with an 11-3 victory. So both teams ended up going 1-1-1 through the 3 charity games. The third game is the one that's, later in the day is kind of considered to be the most skilled one of the 3, and that was the one that the Hoses got an 11-3 victory. We'll see what happens here in the second period for the Grizzlies. They've had a lot of success against Rapid City as of late. Utah's won 5 in a row against the Rush, all 5 of those games at Maverik Center. As I mentioned before, this is the third of 9 meetings between the clubs this year. Rapid City comes back to Maverik Center on March 8th, 9th, and 11th, a 3-game and 4-day series here at Maverik Center. The Grizzlies will be in Rapid City for the only time this season for a 3-game set on March 22nd and 23rd at 7:05 and Sunday, March 24th at 4:05. Dante Januzzi stretching things out. Januzzi had the number 2 save of the week, according to the league. Last week, it was last Saturday against Kansas City. Grizzlies ended up bookending the 9-game road trip with overtime wins. Utah's 2-0 past regulation this year. As they show some highlights on the video board of the first period, Grizzlies did have some good looks. Matt Radomski did a good job controlling his rebounds in the first period. A lot of stuff after the whistle, as there was a lot of pushing, especially in front of the crease on both sides. Grizzlies had a good look right at the buzzer, taken by Stapley. There's Sandelin with a shot. Almost had that feeling that Sandelin line with Burke and Gallant, that might have been the one that had the most scoring chances, although Bocage and Cutler really had a lot of chemistry, as Bocage had 4 shots in the first period and Brandon Cutler had 2. So Bocage and Cutler combined for 6 of the 9 shots for Utah. And we might have a different crew to start the second period because Utah will be on the power play. It's going to be Nathan Burke out there with Ryan Sandelin and Cole Gallant. 2 defensemen to start the period, Josh Wesley and Keone Teixeira. It'll be interesting if the Grizzlies win the draw, if they switch up a little bit and get a 4th forward on the ice. But right now it's 3 forwards and 2 defensemen. Taking the draw for Rapid City to start the period is Jimmy Soper. Soper wins the draw. Rapid City will sail it towards Januzzi. Puck gets there under it. Januzzi stops it and gets it to Josh Wesley. As Grizzlies spread the ice, Wesley skates down the middle. He'll feed it to the near side for Gallant, who races across center ice. Gallant chases after dumping it in. Gallant will slide it towards the far side. Aliardo will bounce it off of Teixeira. Sandelin gets it back towards Teixeira. It goes between his legs and out of the zone, as Josh Wesley will do a circle around the Grizzlies logo. He'll fake behind him, and he'll enter the zone, far side. Sandelin gets it back to Wesley after it got poked away. Rapid City gets it. They clear it out. As it bounced off a Sandelin's stick, Teixeira chases after it. Rush make their first line change of the period. 40 seconds into the Grizzlies' power play, looking for the tying goal as Rapid City leads 1-0. Gallant steps over the line, right side. He'll throw it to the corner and chase after it. He gets around Gorley. Hoffman delivers a shot on Gallant. Puck in the right point. Wesley to Teixeira, who gets pushed by Gorley. Gallant gets it back to Wesley, who's got 9 goals this season, across to Sandelin. Left wing righty shot saved by Radomski. Rebound goes towards Gorley. It will slice along the near wing wall. And it goes to Neutrice. Wesley gets it back at the Utah blue line. He'll backpedal towards Januzzi. Now Wesley around his net. He'll bank it off the end boards. Goes to Sandlin, who's along the near side. Grizzlies will filter a line change with less than 40 seconds left in the power play. Sandlin crosses center ice. Right wing pass. Bokosh chases after it. He gets it near the corner and will brush it along the boards. Sandlin gets up top to Mayhew. Back to Sandlin. As he'll skate towards his right and get it to Stapley. Right point. Across to Mayhew. He'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Stapley gets it off the boards. As he skates towards the corner, he gets double team. Rapid City took it away. As the rush will lift it to Yamamoto. Back towards Gravel, but Cutler will take it. As there's 10 seconds left in the power play. Bokosh out to Stapley on the right side. He'll move it ahead as Mayhew couldn't reach it. Hoffman trying to locate it at his ankles. He gets pushed by Fitz in the near corner. As Nelson's out of the box. I don't think the Grizzlies had a shot in that first period. They had one. Stapley, right side, fires towards the net. It's blocked by Hoffman. One shot by the Grizzlies on their power play. As Rapid City enters the zone with speed. Gravel left side shot. Is saved by Januzzi in the butterfly position. As the puck goes back towards Bokosh. He loses it center ice. And gets it towards Cutler. Cutler gets held up along his left arm by Nelson. Puck goes back to the Utah line. As Bokosh out to Fitz, who angles it to his left. Puck ricochets off the far boards. Teixeira gets pushed by Nelson. As Teixeira goes flying to the ice. Grizzlies get it poked away as they were looking to center it. Aliardi will saucer it across. It bounces over Teixeira's stick. Grizzlies will backhand it in. Puck goes back towards Helgeson, who gets to Martin. Now back towards Helgeson, who has to chase after it as it banks off the boards. As the rush will saucer it out to center ice. Puck bounces off the near glass at center ice. Helgeson towards Aliardi as the puck ends up with Coella. 2-on-1, Coella left side. Lefty shot saved by Januzzi. And after the whistle, the net goes crashing as Tyler Penner threw Riley Janelle onto the post. And the post goes spinning around as play is stopped with 16:59 left in the second. So the Rush had a pretty good look. Rapid City has outshot Utah 2-1 here so far. 3 minutes into the second period. Both teams make a line change. It's fans coming back to their seats after looking at the concession stands in the first intermission. Trosky in the near circle. Bit of a slower pace to tonight's game as opposed to what we saw in last night's contest. In fact, we've seen three very distinct and different styles in this series. Friday was certainly different than Wednesday, and tonight is different than each of the first two. Grizzlies win the face-off, and they ice the puck as the whistle blows with 16:54 left in the second. So we'll come back towards Dante Januzzi. If you joined us late, Grizzlies goaltender Trent Miner was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Miner won each of the first two games of this series. He stopped 32 of 34 on Wednesday night, and he saved 45 of 48 in last night's contest. Grizzlies are going for the sweep, but they trail 1-0 now as Utah wins the draw. They'll lift it out to center ice. Messner will throw it in. It ricochets off the backboards with some steam on it. As Gorley gets hit by Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man gets pushed by Hardy. Left wing, lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Adam Berg and make that Jacob Semick. And actually it was Messner that took that shot. As behind the net is the Grizzlies captain Josh Wesley in a specialty jersey. You can bet on them on the Dash Auction app. Long range pass to Berg. He gets a piece of it. No icing as the puck's deep in the rush zone. Messner gets pushed in the far corner. 2-on-2 battle. Rapid City comes out with the puck. Russia won most of the 50-50 pucks here tonight. Hardy crosses center ice. He'll throw it in. Januzzi behind his net gets to Wesley, who gets double teamed. Berg in the area, skates towards the far side. He gets spun around, puck in front of Utah's net. It's gathered by Gallant, who brushes it ahead to Burke. Nathan Burke crosses center ice. He steps over the line, drops off, now goes back to Burke. Slot lefty shot is blocked away by Helgeson, sticking it, flies out of play with 15:53 left in the second. Good job on the Grizzlies' transition game there with Gallant and Burke. Burke was able to get a good look, but Tyson Helgeson, who's a smart defenseman, put himself in the right place at the right time. Helgeson just kind of stuck his stick in the way. I don't know. But it looked like Radomski had given up a bit of the bit up top there, glove side, that if Burke would have been able to get that shot off, it's possible that it could be a tie game. Face-off won by Rapid City near side. They'll lift it off the glass. It goes to center ice. Teixeira gets the bouncer. Goes to Gravel, who enters the zone, and Utah will poke it away. Puck goes towards the Rush bench, and now it squirts to Grizzlies territory, neutral ice near their bench. As the Rush tried to dump it in, it bounced off the Wickers. As the Grizzlies throw it to the Rapid City line, Sandlin chases after it as it goes deep into the Rapid City zone. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the second period, as Nelson will loft it to center ice, and Wickers gets it, and he'll throw it back in. As Radomski behind his net. We'll get it towards Martin, who will slice it off a stanchion near side. Sandlin will bounce it to Teixeira, who will backhand it to Sandlin and bounce off his skate. Burke over to Gallant. Righty shot goes wide as he took it from the right wing. As they get it back to Gallant, he couldn't handle it. He'll chase after it, but Rapid City's Gorley gets there first. Gorley over to Gravel, who drops it for Nelson. Nelson skeets over the line and skeets towards his right. Nelson, right circle, righty shot is blocked away by Wickers' stick, and it flies off the protective netting and out of play. 14:55 left in the second. Rush still lead 1-0. We didn't have many shots in the first period, and right now we don't have many in the second. Grizzlies with one shot. Rapid City has taken two. But there's been a lot of blocked shots. A lot of shots that have glanced off the sticks and flown out of play. Both teams defensively have been on point. Probably the best defensive effort that both teams have had here so far in this series. Stapley will take the face-off. He's got a point in 12 of his last 14 games. Maurizio Coelho will take it from Rapid City. Grizzlies win the draws. Burke will carry it to neutral ice. He'll push it ahead and chase after it as Hoffman will backhand it around the wall towards the near side. Stone gets it towards Bocage. Now Stapley gets stripped up by Yamamoto. No call. Bennett in the area with Burke. It goes back to the point. Stone with a righty shot. Glove saved by Radomski. As he holds on, Stone usually averages about one shot per game, and he had a pretty good look and had a little bit of steam on the righty shot, but Radomski made the stop. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant here with the sellout crowd. It's the second straight sellout here tonight. Grizzlies had 8,572 last night, which was a season high, and I think that's going to be exceeded by what we see here tonight, as every suite is booked up for the evening, and just about every seat is occupied. And the ones that aren't occupied are probably out in the concession stands or the restrooms. And if you're in the restroom, hide everybody out there relieving themselves. That's where we get our best audience. Rapid City wins the draw. Parity clears it out. And so icing is on the Rush, and we'll come back towards Radomski. It's the first time the Grizzlies have seen him, as he's a first-year pro. Listed at 6'2", 192. It doesn't look very tall, but he looks like he's pretty quick. Kind of style-wise, reminds me a little bit of Trent Miner. Very similar size, and Radomski does look like he's pretty quick. So it does look like the Rush have a pretty good one in Radomski, who's been a workhorse. He is just about towards the top of the league lead in minutes played, as he's been their workhorse. Draw one by the Grizz. Stapley with a shot that's blocked by Parody's stick. As Hoffman will lift it out, it goes out of play, and it either hit off the glass or it went towards the bench in a spot that would have stayed in play had there been glass in front of the bench. As Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, will flip it one row, and a fan in seat 2 comes away with a souvenir. And his wife or girlfriend is laughing right now as she looks at herself on the video board, and he holds up the puck right behind Colin Lee. Christian Horn sporting a sweet-looking hairstyle, and what a great suit. You talk about the suit game that the Grizzlies coaches have going on right now. That is by far the best in the league. Draw one by the Grizzlies, left side, righty shot goes wide as Charles Martin will backhand it past Mayhew. It got tipped, so no icing. Deep in the Grizzlies zone. Wesley chases after it. Puck hits off the corner and rolls towards a high slot as Rapid City will feed it back to the left corner as Wesley swung and missed on trying to bat it about chest high. As Yamamoto, near side, gets up top to Helgeson, who gathers the puck. He gets around Yamamoto. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Januzzi. And Dante holds on. He has saved 6 of 7 here so far. 13:49 left in the second. It's Rush 1, Grizzlies nothing. Nobody has scored here so far in the second on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
It's a Rush 1 and the Grizzlies nothing as a fan chugs a beer. It's a can, so we can't see the progress, but we assume it is all gone. Unless he's just faking it there, as he had the pose for quite a while. There's two fans chugging a beer. Guy in a Texas football jersey. Drown's going to be on the near side. It's still Rush leading 1-0. Fan chugging a beer without seeing himself on the video board. It still counts all the same. As the draw on the near side is won by the Grizzlies. They're in their own end, skating from left to right. As Mayhew skates around Utah's net and gets to Wesley, who has a tap off his stick. Jimmy Soper gets the Boyko, who centers it out in front. Janelle swings and misses. He was cutting towards the net. Penner was challenging him. As Penner gets held up, Rapid City gets it. Boyko, sharp-angled shot saved by Januzzi as it rattled off his shoulder. As Fitz collides with the Rush skater and Soper. Puck flips high into the air, bounces over Jared Gorley, who gets it at the Rush line. He'll brush it ahead to Janelle. Now it goes back to Fitz, who carries it in. Right point, righty shot. Glove saved by Radomski. Whistle didn't blow as Tyler Haskell blew it extremely quick a couple times earlier this week. He let it go as Radomski dropped it and kept play alive. Aragon has a bounce off him. Boyko skates towards the right circle. Righty shot. A save by Januzzi, who gobbled it up. Both goaltenders have done a good job controlling rebounds here so far. As Dante has seen his fifth shot here so far in the second period. So it looks like the pace is picking up a little bit. Faceoff's going to be in the Grizzly zone on the far side. Last of a 3-game set. Last game of the homestand for the Grizzlies. They'll be on the road next week. 1 game in Kansas City and 3 against Tulsa. Grizzlies win the draw. Teixeira will tap it off the glass. Center ice. Righty shot is gloved by Januzzi. He'll drop it to keep play alive. Teixeira over towards the near side for Bocage, who had 4 shots in the first period. He loses it as Helgeson rolls it along the boards. Nelson in the far corner gets pushed by Wickers. Grizzlies will saucer it out to Neutrice. It's gathered by Bocage. He gets blasted by Tyson Helgeson as Bocage gets back to his feet. Helgeson, once again, a very physical player. As Bocage delivers a hit on Aliardi as Rush skate in. Gravel gets to the near goal line. Sharp-angled shot goes wide. Puck trickles out to center ice. Aliardi will loft it ahead towards Nelson, who gloves it and drops it. Logan Nelson ahead to Aliardi, who skates down the middle. He's sporting a beer to take a righty shot, and it's blocked by Wicker's stick. As Aliardi will roll it along to the right point. Gorley over to Nelson, puck behind him. Burke gets it in the far corner. We'll tap it off of Nelson. Burke gets it back wearing number 24 as Burke will start skating up ice. He played the last 2 years at Bowling Green. Right wing pass towards Bocage, who brushed it ahead towards Gallant. Rush clearing out to center again as Utah, great job by the Grizzly player and Wickers in getting off the ice, making sure they didn't get too many men on the ice called. As puck in the near corner taken by Gorley, as Bocage will skeet towards the bench after a good shift. As the Rush spread the ice, we're about halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Rush lead 1-0. He scored a power play goal halfway through the first period by Aliardi. As puck goes into the Grizzly zone, Wesley gets it to the side of Januzzi, and he'll start the attack to the far side. He'll bank it off the boards and get it to Gallant. Gallant crosses center ice, 3-on-3. Grizzlies enter. Gallant skates towards his right. He gets tripped up. No call. As must be an early flight for Tyler Haskell to get out of here. As the puck goes towards Yamamoto, Gallant gets pushed but gets it towards Sandelin. He gets challenged by Yamamoto, bounced off of Wesley, and it goes to Coella. We'll lift it from one blue line to the other. It's taken by Mayhew, far side. He'll saucer it across to Wesley, who crosses center ice. Wesley skates down the middle, take a righty shot. Oh, and it hits the post and goes wide. As the iron was unkind, left side, Mayhew will fire it across as he gets dragged down by Tyson Helgeson. Helgeson continues to push Mayhew. Center ice, Coella steps over the line, and he'll wrap it around the wall, but it kind of stays along the near side as it hits off of Cutler. Puck battle along the near boards. A fan slams the glass nearby, and out of the scrum, Grizzly steeply gets pushed as Rapid City gets the left circle. Righty shot. Saved by Januzzi as Brandon Yeamans took the shot coming out of the pile. Januzzi was able to make a routine save with 10:23 left in the second. So faceoff's going to be along the near side. Remember, when you come to a Grizzlies game, to go to the team store. There's a lot of great stuff at the team store, a lot of different varieties. So for any style that you want, you're going to be able to find it at the team store. Go there next time you go to a Grizzlies game. Brown's going to be the near side. Soper wins it. He gets knocked down by Stapley as the puck exits the zone. Charles Martin will skate towards his bench. And he'll tap it off the boards. Januzzi behind his net will play it. And he'll turn it over. Rapid City gets to the right side. Shot is blocked away by Januzzi. As the shot was taken by Hardy. Left point, Gorley with a lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi. And we get some real pushing and shoving as this game's starting to get out of control. Now we got a fight as both guys start firing away. As Yeamans gets in a fight and start pumping away. Jordan Stone. And Stone drags down Yeamans. Jordan Stone and Brandon Yeamans drop the gloves. Yeamans, remember, got in the fight with Aragon on Wednesday as the Maverik Center crowd gets fired up. As Stone skates to the penalty box. Yeamans, who's drawing blood, will skate towards the locker room. Yeamans drew blood on Aaron Aragon on Wednesday. But both guys started throwing big punches after as Yeamans started pumping away with the right, and then Stone got some body shots in. And Stone was able to get a couple rights that looked like shook Yeamans a little bit. And then Stone, the last punch was a nice right that dragged down Yeamans. That was a great fight. Both guys were just pumping away. They weren't really worried about protecting themselves. They were just firing away for a good 15 seconds. The fans are fired up. It looks like it's just going to be fine for fighting each side. Stone sitting in the penalty box, wearing number 19, one of 6 defensemen tonight. Draws going to be in the near side. That's about where Stone and Yeamans got in the fight. 9:52 into the first. The second fight of the night. Josh Wesley and Jared Gorley fought 19 seconds into the first period. As a draw won by, kind of stays in the circle. Gravel gets it. Shot goes wide. Now Nelson centers out in front. Aliardi with a shot. Saved by Januzzi. Aliardi trying to get it back in front. And it bounced off the side of the net. Right side, Tyson Helgeson will fire it off the far corner. Bouncing puck. Aliardi couldn't corral it. It goes to Gravel. He's to the right side, trying to drop it off for Helgeson. Helgeson gets it. Skates behind the net. Goes saucered across towards Aliardi, who couldn't handle it for the second time this shift. Fitz over to Aragon. Back to Fitz, who crosses center ice. Nil wrapping around the boards. As the puck goes out to center ice, Rapid City's Aliardi chases after it. He gets it. He throws it across. Gravel chases after it. Left side, his shot is blocked away by Wesley. Nelson around Utah's net towards the near side. Back towards Gorley. Shot saved by Januzzi. As Gorley had a pretty good look on a pass from Nelson, who was skating around Utah's net, and Januzzi was able to gobble it with 9:22 left in the second. So we're past the halfway point. We've had 2 fights. We had more fights than goals here so far. Alex Aliardi scored 10:43 into the first period. It was a power play goal, and that's the only goal so far. Jordan Stone sitting in the box. He fought Brandon Yeamans. Second fight for Yeamans in this series. Faceoff's going to be in the near circle. Riley Janelle will take it. He wins it. Gorley moves it across to Martin. Right side, his shot bounces off the end boards onto Januzzi, who covers up just to the left of him, his net, and he'll hold on. 9:16 left in the second. Rapid City rolling with 5 defensemen tonight, as Will Rydell, who had a goal last night, was called up to the AHL's Calgary Wranglers. Face off in the far circle. Gallant will take it against Maurizio Coelho. Draw won by Rapid City. As puck goes to the right side, Gorley will brush it to the corner as the puck kind of spins behind Januzzi's net. Wesley will drop it off. Now it goes to Gallant with great speed. Gallant ahead towards center ice. Pass connects to Sandelin. Sandelin gets around Martin. He gets held up. Sandelin, it looked like he kind of tripped over a stick that was laying on the ice. Sandelin back to his feet as Gallant fanned on one in the slot. We get a whistle. And let's see, there might be a penalty on the play. As Gallant looking over along with Charles Martin. Rapid City ices the puck. It's one of those, it was a good battle into the rush zone with Gallant and Gorley. And then he lost his balance. Gallant ended up taking a shot and kind of fanned on it. He didn't get a ton of it. As Sandelin was in the race with Martin. As Martin was hanging on to Sandelin's right. Sandlin got pushed, and then Sandlin lost his balance. Martin had lost his stick. And then Wesley collided with Radomski. Gorley was in the area, and Gallant just couldn't get a handle of it about 5 feet in front of the crease. So it stays 1-0 Rapid City. Draw taken by Gallant. He gets spun around as Coelho wins the draw. Parody moves it across towards Yamamoto, who fires it in. Parody chases after it near side. He collides with Wesley. The centering pass is taken away by Nathan Burke. As Burke over towards Wesley, the Grizzlies captain will move it ahead. Puck got air under it. Now Coelho will lift it towards Januzzi, who gets it on one hop of the ice, and he drops it to keep play alive. Wesley behind Utah's net will get it to Mayhew, chases after it on the far side. Mayhew collides with Yamamoto along the far boards. Grizzlies come out with a puck. Utah crosses center ice. Gallant, right wing pass to Sandlin. He gets around Hoffman. Will take a righty shot, and it goes wide. He didn't get much on it. As Wicker's left side shot, and a kick saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Hoffman. As Hoffman will carry it across center ice. He'll lumber into the offensive zone. So Hoffman will wrap it around the boards. Rush make a line change. As Coelho trying to brush it back to the near corner, goes to Teixeira. As he'll direct it to his left. Grizzlies cross center ice. Cutler will fire it in. It ricochets off the far corner. Radomski behind his net will direct it to the near side. Stapley along the boards. Gets it to Bocage. One-timer saved by Radomski. As that was a blast by Bocage, but Radomski made the save. Puck's still alive. Cutler will fire it towards the right wing. Hoffman chases after it. He'll backhand it ahead. As Soper gets blasted by Bocage. As Cutler over towards Bocage, he enters the zone, right side. He'll skate towards the circle and feed it across. Lefty shot, righty shot goes wide, taken by Stapley on a good pass by Bocage. Wickers left side takes a shot, and a blocker saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Janelle. Riley Janelle will tap it off the far glass. The puck skips into the Grizzlies zone, over into the far corner, and the whistle blows as icing is on Rapid City with 7:14 left in the second. Boy, some good looks by the Grizzlies. Stapley had a good look from the left side, and looked like Radomski was able to get a piece of it. Grizzlies up to 16 shots, 9 of them in the second period. Rapid City has 14 shots, 4 in the first and 10 here in the second. Draw one by Penner. Messner, right side. Shot is blocked by Hoffman. Sticking it flies out of play. 7:11 is left in the second. Rapid City will sneak in a line change. Penner won the draw and got to Messner. He was the one that took the shot. Right, a lot of close calls by the Grizzlies here in the second period. 7:11 left in the second. As face-off won by Utah here in the sellout crowd. As Adam Berg gets to the right side. Penner, one-timer, saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Aliardi, who will carry it to neutral ice. He'll loft it in. Wesley bats it. It flies into the air. Gloved and dropped by Helgeson, who gets it to Gorley in the rush zone. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the period as Aliardi will tap it in from center ice. As the puck wobbles on its side like a spinning top. Mayhew over towards Wesley. Will hit it off of Nelson. Mayhew will backhand it to Berg in the near corner as Berg gets pushed by Gravel. Nelson gets a stick held up by Berg, but Nelson was able to literally kick it towards Gravel. It gets up top to Helgeson. Left side, he feeds it to the near goal line. Puck bounced off a stick. That goes back towards Helgeson. He gets it to Gravel, who couldn't handle it in the near corner. Wesley will tap it off of Nelson. As Nelson feeds it across, it ricochets off the far boards. Nick Parody skates to the corner. Drops it off for Gravel, who skates to the right side. Now back to Nelson. Will skate towards the right circle. Take a righty shot. And it goes high. Januzzi might have gotten a piece of it with his right shoulder. As Parody gets it back to his blue line, he'll slide it across to Martin. Now back to Parody. Parody's played more minutes tonight than at any point in this series. Ahead to Aliardi, who moves it ahead. Coelho, left side, lefty shot, saved by Januzzi as Coelho trying to go 5-hole on Januzzi, and Dante covered it up. Or he covered the 5-hole. Now redirection shot to scores. Coelho centered it out in front to Bennett, and Bennett put it away. And the Rush have taken a 2-0 lead. Boy, innocent-looking play there as Coelho was in the left point, just fired it on net. Bennett had it tap off his stick, and like a perfect centering pass, it just one time tapped off his stick and flew over Januzzi's right shoulder. Bennett was actually cutting towards the net, and it was just a perfect pass, and Bennett was just that perfect tap off his stick over Januzzi. So it's 2-0 Rush. Blake Bennett gets his team leading, 17th of the season. 5:54 left in the second. It's 2-0 Rush. Coelho will take the draw against Utah's Cole Gallant. Gallant wins it as Wickers over to Teixeira. Make that Jacob Semick back to Wickers. He's over in the far circle. He directs it to Gallant, who carries it across center ice. Gallant left wing pass to Burke. It's tapped away. Yamamoto will throw it back into the Grizzlies zone. Getting its Wickers, who skates around Januzzi's net. As Rapid City scored one goal in each of the two periods. Wickers trying to get towards Gallant and bounced off of him back to Wickers. Goes to Yamamoto, who skates down the middle. Taps off the stick. Gallant will move it ahead as he advances it and chases after it. Gorley gets there first as Gallant loses balance and stops in front of Radomski. Left wing pass bounces off of Bennett. Grizzlies sell it out of play. Did it get redirected by a stick? Yes, it did, said the linesman. So no delay of game as a fan in row 4 comes away with a souvenir. As the fan holds up the puck, everybody applauds. 5:15 left in the second. Rush lead 2-0 as Blake Bennett got a 17th of the year, 14:06 into the second. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
It's a rush 2. Grizzlies nothing. 5:15 left in the second period. Alex Aliardi scored 10:43 into the first period on the power play to give the Rush a 1-0 lead. And then Blake Bennett scored a 17th of the year with Mauricio Coelho getting the assist. And for Coelho, it's his 15th assist of the season. Grizzlies have a 17-16 shot edge. As Grizz won the draw, Wickers ahead towards Cutler. It tapped off the far boards. It goes back to Rapid City. Grizzlies skate from left to right here in the second period as the puck bounces off the Soper stick and skips into the right corner as Wickers gets it. He'll brush it towards Cutler as Wickers and Soper collide behind Januzzi's net. Puck on its side, Stapley chasing after it as Helgeson will move it towards Bocage, but Bocage will enter the zone. He gets to Stapley, who throws it behind his back for Cutler in the corner, back towards Bocage. One-timer goes wide. Stapley in the left side gets the Wickers high slot over to Teixeira, right side. Teixeira takes a lefty shot, and it's blocked away by Hardy. James Hardy crosses center ice, and he'll throw a right wing pass that bounced off of Boyko. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. As Boyko overskates it, Stapley takes the puck, and he'll throw it to his left. Now it goes back to Stapley, who backhands it to Bocage. He's still in the Grizzlies zone as Bocage circles around Teixeira. He gets to center ice. Bocage enters the zone. He'll fire a shot that goes wide. And now Bocage gets it behind the net. He'll skate towards the far side. They'll slide it to Wesley, right point. Wesley will take a righty shot. Saved by Radomski. Rebound. Oh, the Rush poked it away before Bocage could get there. Great defensive play by the Rush. Nelson at center ice gets hit by Aragon. As the puck goes towards Wesley, he enters the zone, gets the left side. One-timer saved by Radomski. That was a blast by Dylan Fitz. And now after the whistle, Gorley bullies and drags down Aaron Aragon in the far corner. That's about as hard a shot as I've seen Dylan Fitz fire in quite some time. Somehow Radomski was able to make the stop as Gorley just kind of threw down Aaron Aragon in the far corner. Gorley back to his feet. You can sense some frustration among the Rapid City players, having lost 4 in a row. As now Aragon back to his feet. I don't know if there's going to be any penalties either way. And this game could start to get out of hand. I think both teams could sense that the whistle's not going to be blowing all that often. And I think both teams are starting to take advantage of it. Especially since these teams won't meet until early March here at Maverik Center. Face off on the left side, Rush lead 2-0. Less than 4 minutes left in the period. Utah wins it. Fitz gets over to Mayhew, skates towards the left circle. He skates towards the net, gets it back. Penalty is going to be on the Rush. Mayhew centers the penner. Righty shot is blocked away, and it flies out of play as slashing is going to be the call. It's going to be on the rush. Tyson Helgeson can't believe it. Tyler Haskell doesn't want to hear it. He just points and does the little disco dance, like, go to the box. Slashing is going to be the call. Tyson Helgeson shakes his head back and forth. As the fans serenade Helgeson as he sits there. Tyson Helgeson's brother, Kenton Helgeson, is a scratch this week. Kenton Helgeson's only appeared in 8 games this year. So Tyson Helgeson gets 2 minutes for slashing. 16-21 into the second period. So see if the Grizzlies can get on the board on the power play. Ryan Sandlin will take the draw. He's got Nathan Burke to his left and Keone Teixeira to his right. Cole Gallant's played a ton of minutes here tonight. He's out there with Josh Wesley on the back end. Gorley had something wrong with his helmet. He gives it to the equipment manager. They wanted to have Gorley on this penalty kill. Charles Martin replaces Gorley in the lineup. As the draw won by Utah, Burke behind the net. Will backhand it to Gallant up top on the left point. Gallant skates towards the left corner. He'll bank it off the boards. Wesley skates the left point and gets it. He slides it across the Teixeira. Back towards Gallant. It tapped off a stick and flies towards the far glass. Getting it is Martin. He'll clear it out. Charles Martin's had a pretty good series. He leads the rush in plus-minus with a +8 rating. As he was a +4. He was a -4 in last night's game, though. Gallant gets the center ice, left wing pass connects. The Grizzlies enter. Burke towards Gallant, skating down Broadway. He's challenged by Gorley, who throws Gallant along the board somewhat dangerously. Gallant back to his feet. Teixeira right side towards the circle across. Grizzlies Burke taps it. I think Teixeira was looking for Gallant to get it. Sandling gets pushed by Gorley in the corner. Gorley will backhand it. As the puck gets there under it, it bounces at the Grizzlies' blue line and skips all the way to Januzzi. As Dante will move it ahead to Josh Wesley. Halfway through Utah's power play, and 2:40 left in the second. Grizzlies cross center ice. Bocage veers to his left and steps over the line, trying to get to Cutler. Cutler lost a stick. He wanted a slashing call, but Rapid City will clear it out. Januzzi behind his net. Turnover. Rapid City fires towards the net. It goes wide. As Dante was able to recover. Now the rush throw up behind the Grizzlies' net. Januzzi will stop it. As the Grizzlies restart the attack. Mayhew will throw a right wing pass to Bocage. He crosses center ice. Now he gains the line, skates down the middle. Righty shot. A save by Radomski. It was about chest high, but he was able to glove it and hold on. Matt Radomski's done an outstanding job not allowing rebounds. Grizzlies did get a lot of second chances in each of the first 2 games of this series, but Matt Radomski's done a great job here tonight as he has gobbled all 20 he has seen, and I don't recall that many second chances here in the first 2 periods. As Gallant, luckily, he was able to crash the boards on his back. Otherwise, that could have been dangerous. Gorley is really setting a physical tone here tonight. And I got to imagine Scott Burt wanted to see that out of his troops for the first 2 periods. Stapley wins the draw against Nelson. Grizzlies still on the power play as Mayhew over to Stapley, right side. He'll feather it across. Righty shot by Bocage goes wide. Cutler skates towards the far corner. He gets hit by Martin. Fits behind the net, gets to Stapley. Now back towards Mayhew in the high slot. They'll fire lefty shot. Saved by Radomski. It kicks off at him and goes to the far corner. Bocage spins it around to the right side. Stapley back to Fitz behind the net. He'll throw it to Bocage on the far side. Bocage gets kneed by Nelson. No call. Puck goes back to the left side. Mayhew over to Stapley. As he'll fire towards the net. Rusher back at full strength as they lift it out to Tyson Helgeson. Puck skips nearby. Now the Rush take it. They skate to the right circle. Righty shot goes wide. It's taken by Nelson. Grizzlies come back the other way. Fitz right side. Drops it for Bocage. Bocage skates towards the corner. Now stops, skates back towards the point. Bocage gets pushed towards the boards as Nelson takes it away. And the puck goes towards Coella. He gains center ice. And he'll slowly tap it in. Rush make a change. 1:10 and counting left in the second. It's still 2-0 Rush. Grizzlies, Quinn Wickers behind his net. Now he'll skate towards the corner. He'll outlet it to center ice. It tapped off Aragon's stick and glides towards Radomski. He feeds it back to the near corner. 2-on-2 battle as Radomski looks over his left shoulder. 50 seconds left as Parody hits the ice. Now it's 2-on-3. Aliardi looking on as Penner trying to hold his ground. As now it goes to the corner. Aragon continues to get pinned to the boards by Parody. Puck goes up top. Teixeira couldn't keep it in. As Januzzi in front of his crease will outlet it to Teixeira near side. So push it ahead. Grizzlies step over the line. Adam Berg skates to the right circle. Take a lefty shot. And it's blocked as it kicks towards Radomski, who feathers it towards the far corner. Aliardi clears it out. And it's going to be icing on the rush. 15.5 seconds left in the second. Well, the Grizzlies last night scored a goal with 14 seconds left in the second. We'll see if they got some magic here and get Utah a little bit of momentum heading into the third. Amazing crowd. A couple empty seats scattered nearby, but they might just be people that are in the concession stands. As the upper deck's filled up pretty well as well. And every suite, as far as I'm understanding, is full right now. This is an outstanding crowd. One of the biggest the Grizzlies have had, not only this season, this is the biggest of the year, but in quite some time. Sandelin shot is blocked away by Radomski after Utah won the faceoff. 8 seconds left. Gallant sharp angled shot at the side of the net. Now left wing shot by Burt goes wide. 4 seconds left. Wesley fires towards the net. Is blocked by Parody. We get a Grizzly player down in the far corner, and he's hurt. And somebody's going to attack. They went and attacked Ryan Sandelin towards the right side. A Grizzly player is down in the far corner. You know, when you let things play out for a 3-game series, you're worried that it starts to get out of hand. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, is looking over a player in the far corner. Aliardi yelling at Sandelin again. You get concerned that the play starts to get out of hand. As they're looking over a Grizzly player over in the far corner. Can't quite see who it is. As puck towards the far side. Rusher setting a physical tone here in the first 2 periods. Still trying to identify the player. He's on 2 knees, being looked over by Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer. There's 1.6 seconds left in the second period. It is a forward as Wesley and Mayhew are out there. Burke, Sandelin are out there. I think I've got a guess as to who it is based on who's been working with Sandelin and Burke all night. And Tyler Haskell's let play get out of hand here. The Grizzly player gets back to his feet. He looks like he's a little bit dazed. Still trying to see who it is. As they're being assisted towards the bench. It's Cole Gallant. Gallant walking slowly towards the locker room as Colin Lee holding him up on the left shoulder as Gallant looks like he's a little bit dazed. And like I said, when you're not calling any penalties, you risk play getting a little bit overboard physically. And I think that might be the case here at points here in the second period. It's one of those type of games, and we don't want to be the type of broadcast crew that gets on officiating that much. You know, Gallant, who's been one of Utah's best forwards, looked like he got hit pretty hard and pretty high. We don't want to be the broadcast crew that gets on officiating, but if you're not going to police the game, the players have to do it, and the players right now are trying to police and officiate the game themselves. It's kind of like a rec league game in that regard. Ryan Kanasowicz, Tyler Haskell. I think Kanasowicz just to be a weekend full of frustration, and Kanasowicz points and says he hit him right in the head. He should get a misconduct or something. As Haskell, I think the director of officiating, Riley Yurkovich, has been here all week. Kanasowicz looks like he's very unhappy with Tyler Haskell. It's 2-0 rush. Grizzlies have outshot the rush 25-16, and Utah's had all the chances that they want to have here in the second. They've done everything except for score a goal. 16 shots by the Grizzlies in the second period. Rapid City has taken 12. Now Scott Burt talking with Tyler Haskell. Burt is a lot more calm about it than Kanasowicz is. As well he should be. I don't even think a penalty's on the play. Like we said, we don't want to be the broadcast crew that gets on the officiating, but it's been a rough one this weekend. Puck is dropped, and that will do it for 40 minutes of play here at Maverik Center. Rush lead the Grizzlies 2-0 as both teams will head to their respective locker rooms. Everybody on the Grizzlies side is looking. Gallant got hit in the head, and there is no penalty whatsoever on the play. Pretty clear that something happened there, but with it just being a one-referee system, it's possible that Haskell is looking in a different direction. So 40 minutes are in the books. It's the Rush 2, Grizzlies nothing. We'll recap the first 2 periods, and we'll also go over some scores from around the league and around the world of sports. After 2 periods, it's the Rush 2 and the Grizzlies nothing. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Rapid City leads Utah 2-0, second intermission. Hopefully Cole Gallant's okay. Looked like an upper body injury late in the second period on something that was not called a penalty. Rush scored one goal in each of the first two periods. Alex Aliardi, 10:43 in, gave the Rush a 1-0 lead. Yamamoto and Logan Nelson got the assists. The power play came when Quinn Wickers got a delay of game penalty, 9:58 in. And, it's kind of the interpretation of what is delay of game. How much of a handle of the puck did Quinn Wickers have before selling it out of play in his own zone? Did he have enough of a handle of it for delay of game to be warranted? It's hard to really say, but they made the call, and the Rush got the power play and scored on it. Not many shots taken in the first period. Utah had 9, Rapid City had 4, but the Rush led 1-0 after 1. Rush put together a pretty good play for their second period goal. 14:06 into the second. Maurizio Coelho was in the left side, just fired towards the net. Blake Bennett just kind of stuck his stick out. It tapped off his stick and then flew on a perfect angle over Januzzi's right shoulder and into the back of the net. Pretty good-looking play by Rapid City. Bennett got his 17th of the year. Coelho got his 15th assist. Blake Bennett is the Rapid City leading goal scorer this year with 17, and it's his first goal of this series. Second period, there was a lot more shots. Grizzlies had 16, and Rapid City had 12. So through two periods, the Grizzlies do have a 25-16 shot edge here through two periods. Alex Bocage leads the way with 7 shots. Ryan Sandelin has 3. 2 shots each for Stapley, Wickers, Penner, and Cutler. And a few other Grizzlies have 1 shot, including Dylan Fitz, Adam Berg, Stone, Wesley, Burke, Gallant, and Mayhew. All with 1 shot here through 2 periods. There have been 2 fights here tonight. Josh Wesley got in a fight with Jared Gorley 19 seconds in, as Gorley delivered a huge shot to Brett Stapley in front of the Rush bench, and Josh Wesley stood up for his teammate. And then in the second period, Brandon Yeamans and Jordan Stone looked like they were just pushing each other for about 5 or 6 seconds in the corner, and then they both just decided we're going to drop the gloves here. Both guys really just started swinging away. It was a pretty intense fight. It was a quicker one, but for about 10 seconds, both guys were just landing haymakers on the other, and Stone was able to get the last shot in and push down Yeamans to the ice. Yeamans got cut, and he ended up going to the locker room. He might return in the third period, I'd imagine. Tyson Elgison got a slashing minor, 16:21 in. Grizzlies have 4 power play shots here tonight. Utah is 0 for 3 on the power play. Rapid City 1 for 1 on the power play, as they came in the first period. Only 1 shot on their power play, and it found the back of the net. with Aliardi. So the Rush lead 2-0. We'll see if the Grizzlies have it in them. You can still make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah. Just based on, what we saw in the first two periods, Bocage has really been active. Sandelin has been pretty active as well. If Gallant's unable to make it in the third period, it'll be interesting to see who's paired up with Sandelin and Burke in that third period. Do they move Fitz up to that line? I think Fitz did get a lot of action in the second period. Could end up being Dylan Fitz, who's come up clutch for the Grizzlies over the last couple years. Rapid City, you got to hand it to their goaltender, Matt Radomski. He's done a good job in the first two periods, and it's really the lack of second chances the Grizzlies are getting. He does a great job angling it to where if it does bounce off of him for a second chance, puck is squirting towards the corner, or it's squirting to an area where the Grizzlies can't get it again and take another shot. Radomski has done a pretty good job. I think he's going to be a good pro. He had a great college year, his last season at Alaska Fairbanks, where he allowed just 2 goals a game and had a pretty good save percentage. And Radomski has had a decent year with the Rush. First time we've seen him in this series. First time he's ever faced the Grizzlies. It's his first year as a pro, and he looks like he's a pretty sharp one for the Rush. For Dante Januzzi, he has saved 14 of 16 through 2 periods. When we come back, we will go over some scores from around the world of sports, including an upset in the Mountain Division. We'll tell you about it on the other side. Once again, after 2 periods, it's Rapid City 2, Utah 0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Second intermission, Rapid City leads Utah 2-0. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in store. We'll be skating 5-on-5 to start the third period. One big upset in the Mountain Division. Tulsa gets a 5-2 victory over the Idaho Steelheads. That game has gone final as the Oilers scored 3 unanswered goals in the final 22 minutes of play. Looked like Alec Butcher, Yevdokimov, and Hilderman had goals for Tulsa. In fact, Yevdokimov had 2 goals for the Oilers. Jendanov also scored for Tulsa. For the Steelheads, Patrick Kubla and Willie Nierum found the back of the net. Nierum had 4 goals in the game last week against Rapid City. Tulsa outshot Idaho 43-30, and the Oilers got a 5-2 victory over the Idaho Steelheads. As the Oilers' record goes to 18-17-3, the Steelheads fall to 26-11-1-1. Fort Wayne shuts out Cincinnati 2-0. Kalamazoo upsets Toledo 5-1. Norfolk is a 6-2 winner over Worcester. In overtime, Kansas City, or it actually ended up in a shootout. David Cotton got the game winner in the shootout. Kansas City defeated Allen 5-4. Wheeling blows out Reading 8-2. Former Grizzly forward Jordan Martell had 1 assist. Atlanta defeats Orlando 6-4 in a bit of an upset in the South Division. Iowa defeats Indy 7-3. Greenville is a 1-0 winner over Florida. In overtime, Trois-Rivières defeated Adirondack 2-1. Former Grizzly defenseman Corey Thomas played for Trois-Rivières and didn't have a shot. Former Grizzly defenseman Bryson Martin had 1 shot for the Lions. Novak got his 18th of the year, 3:56 in overtime, as the Trois-Rivières Lions defeat Adirondack 2-1. Jacksonville over Savannah 6-2. South Carolina throttles Wichita 5-1. And it was also a 5-1 final as Newfoundland defeated Maine by the aforementioned score of 5-1. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll go over some NHL and NBA scores as we're through 2 periods, and Rapid City leads Utah 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
It's the Rush 2 and the Grizzlies nothing here on a Saturday night. Last of a 3-game series. Utah's won 5 in a row against Rapid City, but they're going to need a strong third-period effort here to get their 6th in a row. Utah's played good hockey as of late. They're 9-5 over the last 14 games. It's a busy night in the NHL. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are off tonight. The Rapid City Rush's NHL affiliate, the Calgary Flames, are tied with Chicago, no score after 1 period. After 2 periods, Minnesota leads Anaheim 2-1. Also after 1 period, no score between Columbus and Vancouver. Earlier today, Boston defeated Philadelphia 6-2. In overtime, Dallas got a 5-4 win over Washington. Edmonton wins their 16th straight game. They defeat Nashville 4-1. They are 1 win short of the all-time league record. Connor McDavid had 1 goal and 3 assists. Leon Draisaitl had 1 goal and 2 assists. And former Wichita Thunder goaltender Stuart Skinner saved 28 of 29. Grizzlies, fun fact, had a winning record against Stuart Skinner when he was in this league. So Edmonton wins their 16th in a row, 4-1 tonight over Nashville. Buffalo defeats San Jose 5-2. Carolina over Arizona 3-1. Rangers score a touchdown and kick the extra point. They defeat Ottawa 7-2. In overtime, Pittsburgh got a 3-2 win over Montreal. Tampa Bay throttles New Jersey 6-3. Toronto over Winnipeg 4-2. In overtime, Florida defeats the Islanders 3-2. And also a final score, Detroit defeats Vegas 5-2. One NBA score, the Utah Jazz scored 83 points in the first half. They scored a few less in the second half, but they held on. Charlotte made a comeback attempt, but the Jazz ended up getting a 134-122 win. Jazz are now 24-23 this season. The Hornets fall to 10-34. We'll come back and have third period action as Rapid City leads Utah 2-0 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center. Stats of the second period, the first 2 periods, Grizzlies had 10 scoring chances. Rapid City had 9. In the second period, Utah had 6 scoring chances. Rapid City had 7. In the face-off circle, Utah has a 20-18 edge. Grizzlies 12 hits. Rapid City also had 12. Both teams with 7 giveaways through 2 periods. Play got pretty physical there in the second period. We've already seen a couple fights. It's one of those where almost feels like the players are going to have to police themselves. And we'll see if the physical play continues here in the third. For the Grizzlies, it's not going to take much to change momentum in this game, considering that we got an outstanding crowd here at Maverik Center. I'm not sure what it is. My guess is it might exceed 10,000 here this evening, as there are just very few empty seats scattered around the building. The upper deck is pretty full. In fact, the upper deck is not curtained off. None of the sections are curtained off, as every section looks like it's filled up pretty well. We can't tell what's above us in the upper deck, but I got to imagine it's pretty full up there. The suites, every suite is booked here tonight. And it looks like it's just an outstanding atmosphere. You talk about some of the biggest events that the Grizzlies have all season. Guns and Hoses Night certainly is one of those events. The Grizzlies will have 4 home games in the month of February. Remember, the Grizzlies will face Idaho. It's going to be a 1-game stop on February 9th here against Idaho. And then the Grizzlies, I think the following night, will go to Boise for a game on February 10th. That's a couple weeks from now. Later in the month of February, the Wheeling Nailers make their first appearance to Maverik Center. And yeah, we talk about the games next week. Kansas City, Utah has 4 road games next week. They will be at Kansas City on Tuesday night. A rare Tuesday game for the Grizzlies. They hardly play on that day of the week, but it's going to be a 6 o'clock start on Tuesday against Kansas City. Then the Grizzlies will have 2 days off and travel to Tulsa for 3 games in 3 days. Next Friday and Saturday will be 6:05 starts. Sunday, February 4th, will be at 3:05. Next home game for the Grizzlies will be an AFCU Friday on February 9th against Idaho. And with every AFCU Friday, tickets start just $10 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Maverik Center box office. Utah will be at Idaho on Saturday, February 10th. And then on President's Day weekend, the Wheeling Nailers will be here for the first time ever. It'll be a 3-game set. Friday and Saturday nights, February 16th and 17th will be 7:10 starts. Monday, February 19th, will be at 3:10. And then the Grizzlies head back on the road for a 3-game set against Kansas City. Then they face the Steelheads once again in late February. So only 4 home games for the Grizzlies in the month of February. Make sure to take advantage and come to those games. February 9th against Idaho, and then February 16th, 17th, and 19th against Wheeling. Here, tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com, or call 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. By the way, shout out to Grizzlies fan Elijah Webb. Apparently he got married. So it looks like he's a married man. Congratulations to Elijah Webb. I know Liz Cheney got married here over the last month. A lot of people getting married here in the state of Utah. A lot of Grizzlies fans getting married. Must be nice. 20 minutes were put on the scoreboard clock here for the third period, as Grizzlies will be skating from right to left in their specialty jerseys. You can bet on those jerseys on the Dash Auction app. Grizzlies win the draw. It's kind of a dark jersey with white numbers and a little bit of red trim. Rapid City skates from left to right. Aliardi down the middle. Shot fans on it. Now he takes a shot from the right side that goes wide as he went stick side on Januzzi. Far side, Stapley will move it ahead. Bounces off the boards. Bocage gets it across to Wesley. Gets a new try, so lift it. It's batted by Cutler and taken by Jared Gorley, who skates around Rapid City's net. Rush will loft it out the center ice. It bounces near the center ice logo. Skips to Aliardi, who gets pushed by Mayhew. Fans like that as Aliardi gets back to his feet. Wesley with the left wing feed to Bocage across the center ice. Bocage has taken 7 shots. His 8th shot is sticked away by Radomski, who stopped all 26 he has seen. Rush rolled to the far side. Teixeira will angle it back behind the net. Bocage gets held up. Messner gets pushed by Helgeson. Messner hits the ice, gets back to his feet. So looks like it's tough to skate around there as the ice is yet to settle. Teixeira across to Wickers at center ice. He'll loft it in as it skips off the boards on one hop of the ice. Grizzlies get to Teixeira right side. He couldn't reach it as Yamamoto will move it ahead. As Rush try to handle it, Wickers gathers it after Teixeira cut him off. As puck goes to Nathan Burke. As Burke gets to center ice, and he'll throw it in as Burke's out there with Messner and Ryan Sandelin, as Messner might be taking the place of Cole Glunn, who's not on the bench to start the third period, as he got an upper body injury late in the second. Far side, Sandelin fires it off the end boards. Burke chases after it. Parody gets blasted by Burke. Right side, righty shot. Goes wide. Radomski made a save as Penner had a good look and fired away. Center ice, Josh Wesley near his bench, moves into Penner. He throws it in. It tapped off a Gorley stick. Gorley chases after it behind the Rush net. Rapid City in the white jerseys gets it to the near side for Parody. He moves it ahead as the Rush cross center ice. Boyko gets dragged by Berg. As the puck goes back to Wesley, the captain, over to Mayhew. It directs it ahead. Rush get a stick in the way, but it goes to Aragon. Now to Berg, who dumps it into the near corner. As Aragon gets pushed down by Helgeson, we get a whistle. And it looked like it was going to be a delayed offside. And was touched by the Grizzlies, so offside is on Utah with 17:51 left in the third. And there's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate choosing the Grizzlies here tonight. For Tyler Penner, who's taking the draw, this is his 184th consecutive regular season game. It's consecutive game number 208 if you count the playoffs. Grizzlies won the draw. Texera throws it in. Puck goes back towards Helgeson, who skates around his net to the far side. He'll tap it off the glass. Grizzlies couldn't handle it to their line. Now Wickers gets it. So skates to the left side. Diagonals it to Penner, who steps over the line. Right side. He fires it off the end boards. And trickles towards the near corner. Rush will squirt it out to the left side. Wickers keeps it in. As Aragon back towards Berg in the corner. He gets hit by Soper, who's been physical tonight. Puck goes back to Berg. Feeds out in front. Aragon shot. Saved by Radomski. As Rush get it, they loft it out to center ice. Penner trickles it across. And he'll push it forward. It goes back to the Rush. As Hoffman gets it across. The Grizzlies and Rush make changes. Boyko has a tap off his stick. And it looks like it goes out of play as it hit off that blue pad that separates the two benches. 17:02 left in the third. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. It's been two fights tonight, but the Grizzlies fans still looking for that first goal. Stapley will take the draw against Logan Nelson. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Wesley over to Mayhew. He moves it ahead. It bounced off the skate of Bocage back to Mayhew. He directs it across to Wesley. Right side, Wesley steps over the line. He gets hit as Wesley throws it towards the end wall. Aliardi gets pushed by Stapley. Feeds to the right circle. Shot! It's blocked away by Nelson. Stick and goes out of play. Boy, great play by Nelson as Bocage looks up to the heavens. He knows he had a good chance there, but Nelson got a stick in the way. As there's 16:45 left in the third. Draw's going to be in the far circle. But Bocage has had some good looks. Radomski's made some key saves, and really a lot of blocked shots by Sticks here so far. Rush have had a good defensive game. Grizzlies really have played well defensively as well. Stapley will take the draw against Nelson as both guys stare each other down. Craig Peterson, the linesman, now talks with Gorley as Peterson drops the puck. And the Rush win it as Martin will saucer it ahead. Puck bounced off and hit the Grizzly Mayhew in the face. Mayhew holding his face. He's skating to the bench. Rush skate towards the left circle. Backhand shot is blocked away as Mayhew got hit by the puck got hit in the face with the puck. Left point. Nelson's shot is blocked away by Januzzi and flies out of play. As Mayhew, the puck was just a strong pass ahead, about 3/4 of the length of the ice, and just tapped off a stick and flew into Mayhew's face. And he's being checked out by Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, in the locker room. So Grizzlies will be down to 5 defensemen. Rapid City's been playing with 5 defensemen the whole night. Christian Horn talking with Wesley, probably talking about the defensive rotation. Wesley gets his skate worked on by Grizzlies equipment manager Jackson Hibbert. Wickers and Texera, the defenseman, on the ice now. 16:25 left in the third. Rush still lead 2-0. As Grizzlies win the draw, they're in their own end, skating from right to left. Texera will loft it out to center ice. Goes past Hoffman. It's taken by Tyson Helgeson, who will tap it off the far boards as Messner crashes along the wall. As Rush skate in. Right side, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. As Keanu Yamamoto skated to the right circle. Fired a low liner, and Januzzi was able to gobble it about waist high. 16:09 left in the third. Still looking to find a way. It's still looking for that attendance total. I gotta think they're over 10,000. It might take them all night to get that attendance total. I'm pretty sure they're going to make a big announcement. Chris Hagan's going to get everybody fired up. This is probably the largest crowd we've had in many years, probably 4 or 5 years, I would imagine. Yamamoto will take the draw against the Iron Man, Tyler Penner. Face off won by the Rush. They get it up top to Helgeson. Left point. He'll fire it off the boards. As Rush chase after it in the near side. Yamamoto's got good speed. He'll throw it to the right side for Coelho, who's got an assist tonight. Coelho battles with Penner. As Coelho keeps the puck as he tries to shield it away from Penner. Penner pushes Coelho. Coelho now on 2 knees. And the Grizzlies end up clearing it out to center. As Wesley had joined the play. Hoffman, near side, will saucer it to Bennett. Bennett's got a goal tonight. He'll throw it in. Januzzi behind his net. Will fake it to his left and throw it to the far side. It goes to Hardy. He looks to center to Yamamoto, who gets it off a Penner stick. Puck in the far corner. Hardy gets pushed by Wesley. As Yamamoto on the right side being shadowed by Semick. Semick pushes Yamamoto, but he gets it around the wall. Does Yamamoto. Left point. Parody fires it across. Hardy over to the right side. He gets pushed by Semick. Semick comes out with the puck, and he moves to Penner. Ahead to Aragon, who crosses center ice. Aragon will loft it in as the puck gets redirected and goes out of play into section 112. I think Aragon was trying to dump it in, and Rapid City got a stick in the way as a fan over in row 6 comes away with a souvenir. That's one of those souvenirs you love getting, as long as it's not one of those line drives that come screaming at you. As long as you're able to catch it and make the play, you go home with a game puck. Nothing can be better than that. Of course, what you could do, and what I did do once, is I went to the Grizzlies team store, bought a puck, and then went home and said that, hey, look what I caught. Pretending it was a game puck. I'm pretty sure some fans have done that over the years. Left circle, Stapley will take the draw against Jimmy Soper. Stapley wins it. Cutler left side, lefty shot. Glove saved by Radomski. He holds on. Radomski has saved the first 29 shots that he has seen. Grizzlies do have a big shot edge, 29-17. Interestingly enough, the Grizzlies' record when they're out shooting the opponents is 500, 6-6. They're 11-15 when they've been outshot this year as the fans start the wave for the second straight night. You know, a night like this, when you get a sellout crowd, very few empty seats, you bet this is a great night to do the wave. Bocage will take it after the Grizzlies win the draw as Utah gets up top to Wickers. Left side, he fires towards the net. It goes wide as Bocage gets it off the boards. Bocage left side gets double teamed. He loses the puck as Nick Parody gets the new tries to move it to his left. As the Rush trying to get it back towards Parody down the middle. Gravel has his pass bounce off of Teixeira. As Teixeira, far side, gets it taken away by Nelson, who shuffles it out in front toward Gravel. And it's cleared by Wickers. It stays in the Grizzlies zone. Gravel out to the right side as the wave continues to come back towards us. As the puck bounced off of Bocage, the skating goes to neutral ice. As the Rush fire it back in. Wickers will toss it ahead towards Brandon Cutler. Still bouncing off of Martin as it ricochets off the near wall. It goes back to the Rush. They're in their own zone, skating from left to right as Helgeson will bank it off the far boards. Messner in the area. About 14 minutes left in regulation. Rush get to Martin. Right wing pass to Boyko connects. So backhanded in and chase after as Boyko gets around Semick. Semick will brush it behind his back as the Grizzlies still in their own end. Messner will tap it out to center ice. Looks like the Wave's kind of losing steam here as Martin will flip it to the far corner. It's gloved and dropped by Wesley as he's behind Utah's net. Wesley ahead to Messner, who gathers it off the wall. He'll push it ahead. Grizzlies cross center ice. Sandlin over towards Burke, who taps it in. Soper got hit near his bench. Play starting to get physical again as the Rush throw it up top. Messner keeps it in. Oh, it got redirected, and Radomski made the save as Sandlin redirected the Messner shot. Radomski with a great save. He's been outstanding tonight. Messner new tries to throw it in as Tyson Helgeson goes flying. As Messner delivered a blow. Now Messner comes off the ice. 13:20 K-fan left in the third. Rush will throw it in. No icing. Januzzi wanted it as he lifted his left arm. Teixeira up ahead. Grizzlies couldn't get rid of Aragon, but it did get redirected, so no icing. Deep in the Rush zone. As Penner has a glance off his stick. Penner pushes down Coelho. Penner gets it around center ice, so brush it across to Aragon, who crossed the center red line. He'll fire it to the right corner. It skips off the 2 news sign. directly off the ice as Fitz trying to center to bounce off a stick. Gorley throws to the far side as the rush spread the ice. Rink-wide pass. Yamamoto goes past him. He got tipped to neutral ice. Semick will get it to Fitz in the near side. Fitz avoids a check of Coella as Wickers gets blasted by Bennett. Rapid City has the puck in their own zone, in their offensive zone. Yamamoto trying to center to bounce off the Wickers. Grizzlies lift it high into the air. It's gloved and dropped by Martin at center ice. Charles Martin will slice it around the boards. Januzzi couldn't get the bouncing puck. Yamamoto skips to the right point for Bennett. He'll take a shot, and it's kicked away by Januzzi. Grizzlies over to Bocage. Stapley gets it. Stapley directs it to Bocage, right side. Bocage gets it sticked away by Helgeson on a good play. Rush will lift it in the Grizzly zone. Cutler chases after it, and it's going to be icing on Rapid City with 12:05 left in the third. Now it looks like the wave is dead. It lasted a pretty good 2 minutes. It's funny, you'll see, it's kind of a polarizing thing in baseball. A lot of baseball people like the wave, and then there's a lot of people that are very anti-wave. Looks like the Connolly family is going to try to beat traffic out of here. Hopefully they miss a good comeback. I don't want to be one of those guys saying we and us and that sort of thing. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Shot goes wide, taken by Cutler, who leads the club with 16 goals this season. Bocage far side will fire it around the net. Semick in the left point gets it. Semick, the Arizona State product, over to Cutler. He directs it to Stapley along the near side. Stapley near the corner will skate back to the point. Semick will skate towards his right. Stapley to Wesley on the right side. Wesley looks for a shooting angle. Take a shot and a blocker save by Radomski. Bocage fires towards the net. It gets bounced by Cutler, tried to fire it in. Stapley gets pushed by Helgeson to the ice. Right side, Wesley will fire towards the net. Radomski makes the save. It bounces off of him off the end boards. Cutler gets it. Sharp angle. Shot. He scores! Brandon Cutler gets his 17th of the year. And the Grizzlies get on the board. It's now a 2-1 game. The crowd at Maverik Center is going crazy as Brandon Cutler was on a bit of a sharp angle from the far side. He just had the perfect accuracy. As Cutler is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. Radomski, they tried to close the door there, but just couldn't. It looked like Radomski came out of his crouch, and about the time he came out of his crouch, Cutler was firing it in. As Cutler gets the goal, it's his team leading 17th of the year. You can bet on that game puck that Cutler just scored on the Dash Auction app, along with the game-worn jerseys. As draws at center ice goes to the Grizzlies. Messner over to the Utah blue line for Wickers. He directs a right-wing pass. Sandlin skates toward the right circle over to Burke. Burke centers out in front. Shot saved by Radomski as the centering pass connected out in front. And Radomski made a great save with 11:10 left in the third, and he holds on. Time out of the ice. Brandon Cutler scored 8:33 into the third. Right now it's listed as unassisted. They might add some assists later. We got a good game. Rapid City 2, Utah 1. We're back in 60 seconds on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. From huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. On the Cutler goal, scored 8:33, and the assists were given to Alex Bocage and Josh Wesley. So Wesley had 1 goal and 2 assists last night. He gets an assist, and Alex Bocage had 2 assists last night. He gets his third in a Grizzlies uniform as this is his third game. Draws on the right side. Grizzlies have outshot the rush 34-18. So Utah's just about doubled up the rush. Grizz have 9 shots here in the third period. Rapid City has taken 2. They're on the far side, won by the Grizzlies. They're in the attack zone. Wickers fires towards the net. It's blocked by Bennett's skate. As Rush throw it out to the right side. It's gathered by Burke. He dances around on the right point. He fires towards the net. Saved by Radomski. Rebound goes to Gorley. Gets tripped up by Sandelin. Sandelin races to the far corner to get it, but Burke slides it up top to Teixeira. Gets it back towards Burke, who gloves it and drops it. He centers it. Bennett has a tap off of him. Wickers trying to brush it ahead, but Bennett got to the puck first. Bennett ahead, 2-on-1. Koala, right side, will take a little lefty shot, and it goes over Januzzi's head and off the glass. As Koala missed high. He gets pushed by Burke. Teixeira gets the puck. Teixeira on the far side, ahead to Sandelin, who couldn't reach it. As Martin skates in from the right side, skates towards the circle, but the whistle blows as the rusher called for offside with 10:28 left in the third. Attendance tonight, second straight sellout, yet somehow there is 2,000 more here tonight than there was last night. 10,498 is the crowd here at Maverik Center. So it's the second straight sellout. As 10,498, that's the most the Grizzlies have had in a game in a few years. Great crowd here at Maverik Center. We've got a pretty good game. Rush won the draw. They'll throw it in from neutral ice. Januzzi behind his net. We'll get to Semick in the near side, who's being challenged by Aliardi. As Semick ahead towards Adam Berg, who skates towards his right. He'll brush it towards Wesley. He gets the bouncing puck near the Grizzlies bench. He gets pushed by Martin. Aliardi ahead. Logan Nelson skates the left circle. He backhands out in front to Gravel. Take a shot that goes wide as Gravel was cutting towards the net. Grizzlies. Dylan Fitz was slided across to Penner. Both Fitz and Penner have the A's on their sweaters tonight. As Penner in the specialty jersey backhands out in front. Radomski makes a save. As it looked like he was slow to react to it, but eventually covered up as looked like Penner was trying to find a cutting out and Adam Berg out in front. 9:51 left in the third. Draw's going to be in the near side. Face-offs to the near side. Brandon Cutler will take the draw. Draws the near side. Jimmy Soper taking against Cutler. And the linesman, Craig Peterson, says, my bad. We'll do it over again. Looks like Mary Lou's got a pretty cool job. Probably starting sometime this spring. As the draw is going to be in the near circle. 2-1 Rapid City. 9:51 left in the third. Wesley, they show him he got hit awkwardly along the boards near the Grizzlies bench by Charles Martin. Haven't seen Kyle Mayhew after he took the puck to the face. Colin Lee's on the bench, though. We might see Mayhew a little bit later on. As I imagine a team doctor is looking at Mayhew. Waiting for the linesman to drop the puck. And he finally does. Human rain delay there at Andrew Collins. As Rapid City throws it to the far side. Rush will lift it out the center. Cutler has a bounce off his glove. It goes to the Utah line as Teixeira moves to the near side. Stapley backhands it in. Hoffman will lift it over Stapley's head. 1-on-3. Boyko enters the zone. He gets hit by Wickers. Cutler will direct it out to center ice. It goes past Stapley. And even if he did get a piece of it, it was in Grizzlies territory. Icing is on Utah with 9:28 left in the third. Like, you imagine how this crowd would react if the Grizzlies found a way to tie this game. Utah has now doubled up Rapid City on the shot count, 36-18. That means the Grizzlies have 11 shots here in the third period. Rapid City has taken 2. Grizzlies do have a pretty strong edge in third period shots over the course of the season, about 4 per game over their opposition. As draw kind of stays in the circle, Stapley's on one knee. Grizzlies come up with it as Wickers ahead to Cutler. He crosses center ice near wing, and he'll throw it in. Puck slowly goes to the near corner as Helgeson gets hit. He gets to Yamamoto, directs it to the left side. Pass didn't connect for Koella. And it's going to be icing on the rush with 9 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third. Next game for the Grizzlies will be on Tuesday night in Kansas City. And I remind you that because Tuesday is not a day of the week the Grizzlies normally play a game, but they'll be in Kansas City. That's the Grizzlies' next game 3 days from now. Faceoff will be at 6:05. Remember, last weekend the Grizzlies split a 2-game series with Kansas City. Utah has won 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 in a row. Off the draw, Wesley with a shot, he scores! Josh Wesley fired a missile pass for Domsky, and we're tied at 2. Oh, this Maverik Center crowd's electric as the Grizzlies score 2 unanswered in the third. Brandon Cutler, 8:33 in, and the draw just went towards Josh Wesley in the high slot, and he fired a missile pass for Domsky. There was nothing he could do about it. The draw to Wesley to the back of the net. We're tied at 2 as the Grizzlies are looking for the 3-game sweep. Wesley's got 1 goal and 1 assist tonight. Up ahead to Aliardi. It glances off of his stick and flies into the Grizzlies zone. Bouncing puck as it goes towards Burke. He's in the near side. Ahead to the right side. Grizzlies enter the zone. Right side, they split the double team. Sandor left side backhand. Shot goes wide as Messner was trying to redirect it. And Mick Messner is going to get an assist on the Wesley goal as Messner took the face off and won it to Wesley. Stapley, left side will backhand it in. As the goal that Wesley scored was 10:52 in, which was 2 minutes and 19 seconds after Cutler. Rush up ahead to Nelson, 2-on-2. He steps over the line, left circle. He skates towards his right. He gets tripped up, no call. Left side, Aliardi with a shot, and it's blocked by Aragon. Rush, sharp angled shot. It's the side of the net from the far side. Now the rush skate around the net. Helgeson with a shot saved by Januzzi, and Dante's covered up. 8:12 left in the third as action is picking up here at Maverik Center. Hate to say it, but the Conley family that left a few minutes ago, they're missing a good comeback. So Wesley, who was the number 1 star, very controversial by the idiot who picks the 3 stars, as he probably should have gone with either Aaron Aragon or Ryan Sandelin. But Wesley with 1 goal and 1 assist, he's probably a candidate to be one of the top stars here tonight. Draws going to be in the near side. Grizzlies done a great job protecting home ice with a 13-6 record this season. And a crowd of 10,498. They're watching a beauty. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Wickers over to Teixeira. He's along the near side. Lifting out to center ice. The puck kind of wobbles towards Radomski. It's going to be icing on Utah with 8 minutes and 4 seconds left in the third. You can almost sense the hockey renaissance here in the Salt Lake Valley and really across the sport. Attendance is up across the league. These fans having a good time here on Guns N' Hoses night. Penner will take the draw on the far side. This electric atmosphere at Maverik Center, as good as we've seen all year. Grizzlies win the draw. Teixeira rolls along the near side. Helgeson loses his balance. Puck at center ice. Hardy gets it back to Helgeson at the Rapid City line. He'll saucer it ahead. Wickers chases after it near side. He'll get to Teixeira, who directs to the left side for Aragon. It's taken away by Martin. Martin gets around Teixeira, and he'll fire it towards the far corners. Martin chases after it with good speed as Wickers gets there first. Now Wickers and Martin push each other behind Utah's net. As the Grizzlies moving out to center for Aragon. Aragon near the Grizzlies bench gets it to Penner. Penner is surrounded by 4 rush players, and he loses the puck. Gorley near side, ahead to Soper, right wing. Soper steps over the line, right side, righty shot. Lefty shot is blocked away by Januzzi from the right wing, and Januzzi with a blocker save as it flies out of play. 7:24 left in the third. It's anybody's game, and the Grizzlies really done a good job battling back here in the third period, looking for a comeback. Face-offs in the near side. Stapler will take it. He talks with Wesley before taking the draw. Coelho will take it for Rapid City. Grizzlies win it. Wesley throws to the far side. Grizzlies will saucer it ahead. Brandon Cutler skates over there. No icing. Cutler sharp-angled shot. Stick save by Radomski. Stapley on the right side. Skates towards the point. He gets pushed, but Stapley directs it to the far corner. Rapid City will move it back. Puck goes back to Wesley at the Grizzlies line. He'll move it ahead towards Cutler. It's taken by Bocage, who loses his balance. Rush skate in left side. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Blake Bennett, who's got a goal tonight. Yamamoto over towards Coelho, who skates around Utah's net. Now he gets cut off by Stapley and loses the puck. Wesley will tap it off the near glass. The fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Hoffman moves it ahead. Wesley gets it at Utah's blue line. They'll throw it ahead to Stapley near the rush bench. Stapley will throw it in, but it's taken by Hoffman. Now across to Yamamoto, who couldn't get the skipping puck. Yamamoto will bounce it off the Semic and keep it. He'll move it ahead to Nelson. Pass connects left side. Shot. Kick saved by Januzzi, and he covers up before it was able to trickle in front of him. 6:30 left in the third. Fans are having a good time here at Maverik Center. As they're working on Kyle Mayhew, one of 6 Grizzlies defensemen. I bet they're going to get him patched up as he took a puck to the face early in the third period. Grizzlies also without Cole Gallant in the third as he appeared to get an upper body injury late in the second period. Draw won by the Rush. They'll take a shot that's blocked by Wickers. As puck goes back towards Sandlin, who brushes out to center ice. Martin throws it back in. Januzzi behind his net will cut it off, and he'll get to Wickers near side. Wickers stops behind Januzzi, and he'll outlet it to center ice. Pass taken away by Tyson Helgeson, who's got an A on his sweater. He gets pushed down by Burke, but Helgeson's able to throw it in deep. Wickers across the Teixeira. Head towards Messner. As Messner loses it, Aliardi keeps the line, but he loses it as Burke will advance it to Sandlin, who steps over the line. Sandlin glides towards his right. He gets around a rush skater. Nelson cuts him off and divorces Sandlin from the puck. Aliardi near side, less than 6 minutes left. Across the center ice, fakes a shot. Now he skates towards the zone, but Brett Gravel is anticipating Aliardi to take the shot, so the Rush are offside. 5:47 left in the third. We'll find out how this one ends together as the Grizzlies scored 2 goals within a 2-minute plus stretch, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Cutler scored 8:33 in, and Josh Wesley tied it up 10:52 in. We're tied at 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smiths app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smiths, fresh for everyone.
It's anybody's game. Grizzlies 2, Rush 2. Draw new tries won by the Grizzlies. They skate from right to left. Kyle Mayhew back wearing a cage in front of him. As Wesley ahead. Puck at new tries. Grizzlies skate in. Berg skates towards the far corner. They'll throw it ahead to Fitz, who gets hit. Penner on the nearest side gets up top to Mayhew. He fires towards the net, and it's blocked away. Left side Penner with a shot. He scores! The Iron Man gives Utah a 3-2 lead. Oh, what a comeback by the Grizzlies. The Iron Man went stick side on Radomski. And listen to this crowd. They're going crazy here as Tyler Penner gives Utah a 3-2 lead. Penner is in the left circle. He just went stick side past Radomski. Boy, what a moment here for Tyler Penner. As the Grizzlies were down 2-0 after 2 periods. Penner with the goal, Adam Berg and Josh Wesley with the assists. As the Rush trying to skate in, Wickers holds the line. As Rush do get in the zone, bouncing puck in the near side. As Bocage over to Cutler, lifts it over Martin's head. As Josh Wesley also got an assist. That means he's got a point in all 3 of Utah's goals. 1 goal and 2 assists. Rush skate in. They'll stop at the left point. They're trying to get to Puella. Stapley pushes it. Stapley gets it as he avoids a check of Helgeson. 2-on-1. Bocage skates to the right side. Take a righty shot. Glove saved by Radomski. Boy, that felt like the game right there. If Radomski would have had to go past him as Bocage had a good look, and Radomski with a quick glove save. 4:54 left in the third. Utah leads 3-2. There's been a few instances where we've been talking about some of the fun games we've had this year. This one's got the possibility of being the best. Face off in the far circles. They show Kyle Mayhew getting his face covered up after getting hit in the face with a puck. So it looks like they have changed the assist to Kyle Mayhew instead of Josh Wesley. Aliardi crossed the center ice, so Wesley just with 2 points tonight. As it's 2 straight multiple-point games for Wesley. Center ice, near side, Burke ahead to Messner, throws it in. Messner collides with Hoffman, but Hoffman's the one that flies, even though Hoffman's got a size advantage. Puck trickles towards the rush bench. Nelson crosses center ice. He gets around Sandelin's check. Now Nelson stops over the line. Gets to Gravel, left side. His lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies got a stick in the way. Mayhew in the near corner. We'll move it out to Penner. The Iron Man gets to Burke. Across the center ice. Burke will lift it in. It goes over Radomski's head. Stays in play as it taps off the glass. Both teams will change up skaters. 4 minutes left in the third. Up ahead to Yamamoto. Couldn't reach it. No icing. As Wesley will saucer it towards the far wing boards, the center ice. As Helgeson across to Martin. New try, so wrap it around the wall. As Wesley lets it go, so is Penner. Left point. Helgeson shot, save, rebound. Oh, Yamamoto fanned on a rebound attempt. He would have had a good look if he would have gotten a piece of it. Yamamoto left side. He gets to Martin left side. I'll take a righty shot that goes wide. It ricochets off the boards. Mayhew skates around his net. Gets to Berger. Gets cut off by Martin. As Hoffman gets at the Rapid City blue line, he'll move it ahead. Pass picked off by Mayhew. He skates the left side. Lefty shot goes wide. Martin might have gotten a stick in the way. Stapley will bounce it off as Rapid City gets it. They'll move it ahead, but nobody was home. Wickers chases after it. No icing as both teams will make a change. 3:12 and counting left in the third, and time can't run fast enough for the Grizzlies' perspective. Ahead to Stapley, who throws it in from neutral ice. Cutler challenges Gorley as it goes to Stapley in the near corner. Back to Cutler, who couldn't get the bouncing puck. Cutler chases after it. As Aliardi will throw it back to Hoffman behind his net. Hoffman will tap it off the near wall. As a rush at neutral ice, get to Nelson, who's being pushed by Stapley. Nelson ahead. Pass picked off by Bocage. He'll skate down the middle. He'll veer off to the right. He'll take a righty shot and goes wide. Cutler gets the rebound. He got spun around by Logan Nelson. As Bocage has it tap off him and goes to neutral ice. Bocage chases it. He'll skate back into his own end. And he'll get to Wesley. We'll throw it off the near wall. Stapley gets it at center ice. Stapley skates towards the line. He'll backhand it in as it goes to Radomski, who keeps the play alive. Grizzlies make a change. 2:23 left in the third. 3-2 Grizzlies. Been third period magic for the second straight game. As Grizzlies have a tap off a Burke stick far side. It's in the Grizzlies zone now. It goes to Wesley, who skates around Januzzi's net. Grizzlies in the specialty jerseys. Outlet pass to center ice. Connects. Sandelin skates down the middle. He'll throw a shot. Saved by Radomski as Martin was trailing him. Now it goes to Burke. Slot shot. A score! Nathan Burke gives the Grizzlies a 4-2 lead. Oh, and check this Grizzlies magic directly in my veins as Utah overcomes a 2-0 deficit. They score 4 unanswered in the third. And Nathan Burke's fired up. He high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. There's babies in the refrigerator as Utah appears to be on the way to sweeping Rapid City in the 3-game set. Oh, what a comeback by the Grizzlies tonight. Burke gets the goal. The assists go to Mick Messner and Ryan Sandelin. Grizzlies win the draw. It was 2-0 Rapid City heading into the third. Grizzlies get 4 goals in about 10 minutes. As to the near side, Aragon locates it. He'll backhand it in. It goes off the boards to the right of Radomski. Nelson behind his net. Radomski's still in there on a 2-goal deficit. They'll push it ahead. It glanced off a Gravel stick. As Penner crosses center ice, he'll throw it in. As he'll chase after it. And Gorley over towards Hoffman. 1:30 left in the third. And I don't know that Rapid City knows what hit him here in the third. 4 goals in about 10 minutes by the Grizzlies. Hoffman pushes it ahead to Wesley. He'll move it ahead. Grizzlies skate in. Right side shot saved by Radomski. That shot was taken by Fitz. Fitz along the near side. Everybody else at neutral ice for the Grizzlies. Now Cutler bats it at the left point. Now Cutler skates towards his right. Slot. Lefty shot goes wide. Now Cutler gets it back. 1:05 left. Grizzlies up by 2. Over to Fitz, who gets the Stapley one-timer. Saved by Radomski. Puck still in play. Cutler fires it around Rapid City's net. Stapley and Wesley skate over there. Wesley avoids Hoffman's check. Stapley gets pushed in the corner by Gorley. Cutler in the area as well. Gorley hits the ice. Stapley gets up top to Wesley. Wesley directs it to his right. It tapped off a Mayhew skate. It goes off the end boards as Rapid City rolls it to the near side. 38 seconds left. Utah's up 4-2. Wesley gets pushed by Bennett, and the puck exits the zone. Aliardi gets to the right side for Bennett. He steps over the line 2-on-2. Great defensive play by Bocage to poke it away. Bennett near corner. Fans get to their feet. An electrifying comeback here. The game of the year so far. As now there's less than 20 seconds left. Grizzlies come out of the pile with a puck. Fans head to their feet. What an amazing third period comeback. As they get to Cutler on the left side. Cutler centers the Bocage and couldn't handle it. Less than 10 seconds left. As Koala crosses center ice 3-on-3. He'll skate to the right side. Rapid City led 2-0 after 2 periods. The Grizzlies scored 4 unanswered, and that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 4-2, and there is no doubt about it as they sweep Rapid City in the 3-game series as the Grizzlies scored 4 goals in a 10-minute stretch to get a 4-2 victory. And listen to this crowd. They're going crazy here at Maverik Center. What an unbelievable comeback as the Grizzlies have now won 6 in a row against Rapid City. They are 10-5 in their last 15 games. Brandon Cutler got the scoring underway, 8:33 into the third. 2 minutes and 19 seconds later, Josh Wesley tied it up. Tyler Penner gets the game winner. He scored 14:32 in. And then Nathan Burke added some insurance in even 18 minutes into the third period. What a great comeback by the Grizzlies. McMessner had 2 assists for the second time this series. A great Maverik Center crowd of 10,494. Saw the best comeback of the season, 10,498. They tell you not to do math on the air. What a great victory for the Grizzlies. Their record goes to 18-22. Rapid City's record falls to 17-22-2 as they have now lost 5 in a row. Boy, what can you say? Everybody heading home happy. I said, the Connolly family left first media timeout the third period. They're going to miss a great comeback. What a comeback by the Grizzlies. Game of the year so far, and I know we've said that a handful of times this season. Everybody's going nuts. The Grizzlies knew the importance of that game, taking care of a team that they're going to probably be battling for a playoff spot the entire second half of the season with. Frisbee waving the flag. He didn't burn it here tonight. I think that might be the same flag he burned, though, as the flag amazingly was pretty durable. 3 stars of the game. Let's see. You could have given it to any of 5 or 6 different players. The third star. He got his 17th goal of the season, which leads the club. Third star is Brandon Cutler. You're talking about the great effort he put together all night. Cutler is the third star. He'll skate towards section 114, and he'll toss a T-shirt into the seats. Like we said, you could have given it to just about anybody in terms of that third period. The captain is the number 2 star, Josh Wesley. Wesley becomes the second defenseman in this league to get double digits in goals. He gets his 10th of the season, and that was a tying goal, 10:52 into the third, and it was an absolute rocket off the faceoff win by Mick Messner. The game-winning goal, Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man. Penner's been outstanding in the month of January. It's his 6th goal of the season. And the Iron Man tosses a shirt into row 1 of section 125. Tyler Penner's had some big games for the Grizzlies here in the month of January. And really, that's been a big reason as to why the Grizzlies are having a winning month, is the fact that they've gotten contributions up and down the lineup. And it's really paying off here as Grizzlies sweep the Rapid City Rush. And you talk about electrifying comebacks. That's probably one of the best comebacks the Grizzlies have had in quite some time. Certainly since early November when they overcame a big deficit against the Wichita Thunder. We'll come back in 15 seconds and have the postgame report. Once again, the final score, it's the Utah Grizzlies 4 and the Rapid City Rush 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverik's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
What can you say? The Grizzlies get a 4-2 victory. They overcame a 2-0 deficit, and Utah really needed to put together a supreme effort over the final 12 minutes of regulation. They did just that. They scored 4 goals in the span of 9 minutes and 27 seconds. 4 goals in 9 minutes and 27 seconds, overcoming a 2-0 deficit to win 4-2. Rapid City, as we mentioned, scored the first 2 goals of the game. Alex Aliardi on the power play scored 10:43 in, with Keanu Yamamoto and Logan Nelson getting the assists. Rush led 1-0 after 1 period, even though the Grizzlies had a 9-4 shot advantage. In the second period, Blake Bennett got his team leading 17th of the year to extend Rapid City's lead. Mauricio Coella picked up an assist. The Rush led 2-0 after 2 frames, even though the Grizzlies outshot the Rush 16-12 in the second period. In the third period, the Grizzlies, for the third straight frame, outshot the Rush. This time it was a wide margin of 18-6. 9 of the 18 shots the Grizzlies had in the third period were considered scoring chances. Brandon Cutler got the Grizzlies on the board 8:33 into the third, with Alex Bocage and Josh Wesley getting the assists. And then there was a draw in the right circle. It was won by Mick Messner, and it directly went to Josh Wesley in the high slot. Wesley just fired a missile that went past the right shoulder of Matt Radomski. There was no way Radomski could even react to how quick that shot was by Wesley. That tied it up at 2. And if you thought the place was going crazy when Cutler scored, well, it was going nuts. I'm surprised the roof is still in place after Wesley tied it up 10:52 into the third. Grizzlies scored out what turned out to be the game winner, 14:32 in, as Tyler Penner got the puck in the left circle, and he went stick side past Radomski. Mayhew and Berg with the assist, and it's amazing that Kyle Mayhew gets a game-winning assist considering early in the third period, when the score was still 2-0, there was a rink-wide pass that bounced off a stick into Mayhew's face. We imagine Mayhew got some stitches and put together something to cover up his face. He came back to the game, and he picked up an assist on the Penner game winner. Adam Berg has really emerged as a key contributor for the Grizzlies in the month of January. He also picked up an assist on the Penner goal. For Adam Berg, he now has a point in 6 of his last 8 games, and he has 9 points, 4 goals, and 5 assists in his last 10 contests. Nathan Burke added some insurance 18 minutes into the third with his 11th of the year. Messner and Sandelin picked up the assists, so Mick Messner with 2 third-period assists, and for Ryan Sandelin, his good efforts turned into a point there late in regulation. He was a +2 and had 5 shots. He played a pretty good all-around game, as Sandelin, if I remember right, has a point in all 3 of the games he's played with the Grizzlies this week. As you talk about the difference that those 2 forwards, Bocage and Sandelin, made, both guys coming over from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Bocage with 1 assist. He had 9 shots to lead skaters on both teams, and Sandelin had 5 shots tonight, and Sandelin has 22 shots in his 3 games this series against Rapid City. As because the crowd was so big here at Maverik Center, people are still filing out of here. Boy, traffic's going to be a monster getting out of here, so you might as well turn on YouTube. We might extend this post-game show a little bit, even though I am hungry. I'd like to get some food. But you talk about exciting finishes that we've had all season. A lot of them have come on the road. Last Saturday, that thrilling victory against Kansas City where the Grizzlies overcame a 3-2 deficit, and then Brandon Cutler scored twice, including 1 in overtime. But you talk about the great finishes at Maverik Center. Utah is now 14-6 at home. I think back to early November on a Friday night, second game of a 3-game set. The Grizzlies overcame a 4-0 deficit to beat Wichita. But the crowd was a little bit smaller that night. And you think about the packed house here at Maverik Center. There was a couple fights. Josh Wesley got in a fight 19 seconds in. So because of that, he did get the Gordie Howe hat trick. Didn't dawn on me until right now with the 1 goal and 1 assist that Wesley had. Yeah, Gordie Howe hat trick for Josh Wesley, who picked up a fight 19 seconds into the contest. Jordan Stone got in a fight 9:54 into the second period with Brandon Yeamans. So, and Stone won that battle, even though both guys were really throwing strong righty haymakers. Stone was able to drag Yeamans to the ice. You talk about the excitement, though, and you talk about everybody excited about hockey in the state of Utah, and you talk about the hockey renaissance, and that was on full display as it was the largest home crowd we've seen in multiple years, probably dating back 3 or 4 years. I'd have to check that we've had here at Maverik Center. Last night we had over 8,500 here, and tonight 10,498. So what turned out to be an outstanding hockey game. The first 48 minutes, you had to tip your hat to Rapid City goaltender Matt Radomski. He stopped about the first 29 or 30 shots that he saw. He did a great job with rebound control. Really the big thing and for the Grizzlies, and really why they've had a lot of success in the third period as of late, was that never say die attitude. You didn't see too many Grizzlies shaking their head and saying, boy, this just isn't our night. Late in the second period, Cole Gallant got hurt, and then they lost Mayhew for about 10 minutes as he was getting patched up after getting the puck to the face. But the Grizzlies kept battling. And if you're talking about some optimism, this is game 40 of 72. If you're looking for something optimistic for the final 32 games, it's that never say die attitude by the Grizzlies that was on full display during the third period tonight. And what can you say? And the Grizzlies over the last 2 nights, when they needed it the most, when it turned into winning time, when the game was on the line and you had to make a play, for 2 straight nights, the Grizzlies found a way to make plays. On Wednesday night, it was really defensively that the Grizzlies got it done. So you talk about all 3 games in this series, and you can even date back to last Saturday in Kansas City against the first-place Mavericks. Utah was down 3-2, but they just kept battling. And Brandon Cutler and company that night just simply found a way. Here tonight, Grizzlies were getting good looks on Radomski, and he played well the first 48 minutes. Grizzlies just kept challenging him, just kind of like they did last night, just kept putting pressure on him, and eventually they were able to find those scoring chances that there was nothing Radomski could do about it. Cutler scored on the sharp angle there from the far side. And then, you talk about the blast that Wesley had. Then Penner had a good look from the left circle. He decided to go stick side. Radomski looks like he's better with his glove side than he is with his stick. That gave the Grizzlies a 3-2 lead. And then Nathan Burke fired away from down the middle. And really it was all she wrote from there. So the Grizzlies really earned their goals. There wasn't really a cheap goal allowed by Radomski here tonight. The Grizzlies were just able to get themselves in that prime scoring chance, that prime scoring spot. And they did it time and time again in the third period. And that's why they come away with 2 standings points. And that's why they come away with a 3-game sweep over the Rapid City Rush in front of a crowd of 10,498. We saw a lot of shenanigans with Grisby this week. I don't know. He might have had a broom out somewhere. I know there's a little bit of sweeping that needs to be done. Seen action here at Maverik Center all day. Place does look a little bit dirty. We got to find some brooms here as Rapid City Rush are going home with 3 L's. In fact, they actually are going to stay on the road. They're going to be in Maine next week to continue the road trip. They might end up making a stop at home for a couple days before traveling to Maine for games next weekend. As for the Grizzlies, they'll have 4 home games in the month of February. They only had 3 home games here in January, and they took care of business in all 3 games. Utah will be on the road for 4 straight games starting on Tuesday night, where they face the first-place Kansas City Mavericks. It'll be the 3rd meeting between the clubs this year. Kansas City 8 days ago won 9-2, and then the Grizzlies responded with a 4-3 overtime winner on January 20th, exactly 1 week ago. And so we'll see what happens on Tuesday night, a rare Tuesday game for the Grizzlies. And then Utah will be at BOK Center next weekend as we'll battle the camera crew there in Tulsa as the Grizzlies will take on the Oilers for a 3-game set. Tulsa got an upset victory today as they defeated Idaho 5-2. Before we head out for the night, let's recap the 3 stars again. Brandon Cutler had 1 goal, was a +1 and had 5 shots. He scored Utah's first goal and really got the ball rolling. He is the number 3 star. Josh Wesley, he picked up a Gordie Howe hat trick. It didn't dawn on me until the postgame show that he did get that fight early in the contest, 19 seconds in. So Wesley with 1 goal and 1 assist in the third period. In that first period fight, he gets from what my money is, either the first or second Gordie Howe hat trick of the season for the Grizzlies. Last year, Dylan Fitz had a Gordie Howe hat trick, and I think Keaton Jamison also had one. From my memory, it might be the first Gordie Howe hat trick that I've seen from the Grizzlies this season. The number one star, he had the game winner. It's the Iron Man, Tyler Penner. It gets his 6th of the year, and Penner is averaging just about a point a game in the month of January. As for Penner, this is 184th consecutive regular season game, 208 if you count the playoffs. He now has 9 points, 3 goals, and 6 assists in 12 games in January. Penner was a +1 tonight. He is now a +7 in the month of January. So you talk about coming into the month, even though the Grizzlies did get that 3-game sweep against Tulsa, you knew that they really needed a strong month of January to climb back into the playoff race, and they got exactly that, as they are now 9-5 in their last, or they're actually now 10-5 in their last 15 games. And who knows what's going to happen to the roster. Obviously, Colorado might. I mean, it's hard to say how long Sandlin and Bocage are going to be here. Earlier today, if you joined us late, goaltender Trent Miner, who won each of the first 2 games of this series, was recalled to Colorado. He has played in 11 games with both the Grizzlies and the Eagles this season. A lot of people taking pictures on the Maverik Center ice, a lot of big groups here tonight. We saw just about every suite, if not every suite, being jam-packed. And we saw even the upper decks filled to the brim as the Grizzlies come away with a 4-2 comeback victory. And the best thing with the Grizzlies getting 4 goals, free fries from Carl's Jr. Looks like the code, you got to redeem it in the Carl's Jr. app, UT Grizz. I think that might be all caps, UTGRIZZ, and the number is 439. That's UTGRIZZ 439. That's the Carl's Jr. code. Redeem in the Carl's Jr. app and enjoy. As the Grizzlies, for the second straight night, get fans Carl's Jr. Well, how about wrap things up, as we're having a good time here tonight. We had an outstanding crowd. Grisby did fall out as he was trying to come on the ice, as Grisby, for the 3rd straight game, just couldn't stay on his feet during the pregame show. At least he didn't burn the place. He did burn his flag last night, but apparently the flag is durable enough that it didn't suffer that much damage, even though there was flames on it for a good 5 or 10 seconds. You talk about the fun that we've had at Maverik Center. That's really the key word. 4 home games for the Grizzlies in the month of February. Make sure to get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. The 4 home games, the first one's going to be against Idaho, the arch rival. That's going to be Friday, February 9th. That's the next Grizzlies home game. Get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com. And then the Grizzlies host the Wheeling Nailers. It's the first time Wheeling has come to the Salt Lake Valley, and that will be a 3-game set. February 16th and 17th will be at 7:10. Monday, February 19th, will be at 3 o'clock. Get your tickets at UtahGrizzlies.com, or give the Grizzlies a call at 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Fans still filing out of here, as we had a big crowd of 10,496. Time of game was 2 hours and 31 minutes, and the Grizzlies overcame a 2-0 deficit. They scored 4 goals in the span of 9 minutes and 27 seconds. As the Rush led 2-0, and the Grizzlies scored goals by Brandon Cutler, Josh Wesley, Tyler Penner, and Nathan Burke. Josh Wesley, with his 10th goal, becomes the 4th different Grizzlies player to score 10 or more this season. He becomes the 2nd league defenseman to score 10 or more this season. Now, what can you say? Grizzlies come through again when they need it the most. What a thrilling finish. That's got to be the game of the year so far among a lot of Grizzlies fans' eyes. Well, that'll wrap things up. Don't forget, it's going to be a rare Tuesday game for the Grizzlies in Kansas City. Pre-game coverage begins at 5:45. Face-off will be about 6:05 in the Mountain Time Zone. 7:05 local start at Cable Dahmer Arena. Once again, the final score, the Utah Grizzlies 4, the Rapid City Rush 2, as Utah sweeps the Rapid City Rush in a 3-game series. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is.